Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps that I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Now, strap season, I know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the board. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim and
Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps that I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Now, strap season, I know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the board. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switched codes, but he code switch focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. With my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes, I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a piece, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up.
If I let my dogs off the leash, then you might want to get out of Dodge by the evening. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind at the evening.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a beast. When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. With my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes. I'm the kingpin.
What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? Can you hear me, man? Something going on with my headset. Y'all let me know if you can hear me out there. You know what I'm saying? I got my headset on. I'm trying to just test it real quick. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me out there? You know what I'm saying? I got my... Let me see. Can you hear me? Okay, just give me a thumb. Yeah, okay, cool. That's what's up. Yeah, man. I mean... We've been getting, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, everybody? Let me holler at Cash Crypto. What's going on, light skin business in the building? What's happening, bro? Omega Red in the building. What's happening, bro? What's happening, everybody? I know it's been a long time, man, but boxing been sucking lately. It's been sucking real bad. Um, I'm in training right now, what I'm saying, trying to add some stuff to my career. And, what I'm saying, like, I really haven't missed nothing. Really haven't missed nothing. And the direction of boxing, the way the shit's going right now, it's just, what I'm saying, it's disappointing, bro. They're trying to turn it into like, some kind of just big event, type of entertainment. And it's just kind of killing my spirit, man. To tell you the truth, I'm just be honest with you, man, because the fighters don't want to fight who they're supposed to fight. They're not trying to take the biggest challenges, and that just takes the whole competitive competition out of it for me. Because I want to see the champion who says he's the champion, or wants to be the champion. I want to see that guy after everybody, go after everybody. Right now, we got people playing the big dog and not really trying to fight the most dangerous guys. And people and some of these fake ass boxing fans out here, they're trying to act like that's not normal. Like you got to do something special to fight the champ when you're next in line. Even if you got the interim title, you got motherfuckers out here acting like, like David Benavidez has been waiting around forever, and Canelo's not giving him a shot. He's fighting everybody but David Benavidez, and we know he's the biggest threat. I don't like fake shit like that. And they support Canelo because they say he could do anything, right? He haven't even done the shit that Mayweather's done. And, what I'm saying, he started going into that bullshit European tour. And he just started taking light touches. And people give him, and then, people still play around and pretend and give him, props like he the king of fucking boxing. He haven't even avenged his loss from Dmitry Bivol, right? So I'm looking at him like, dude, you got to go get that. You got to go get that win back, bro. You lost. You know what I'm saying? And then it wasn't even at the weight where you hold the belts. You trying to hold on to the belts instead of being a real champion. You're supposed to have fought David Benavidez fucking 3-4 years ago. So, and then I'm looking at Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at all these guys. You know what I'm saying? Tank is doing a good thing right now, fighting Frank Martin. Or he would have been next on the list. Him fighting Frank Martin solves a lot of problems for me. Because I think Frank Martin could beat him. I think at least he's a threat. For, what I'm saying? He has enough skills to give Tank some trouble. And we've just been so lax on these setups. That's why I missed that fight with, Raymond Ford, right? I've been a fan of Raymond Ford for a long time, but he looked. I know he was in the development stage, so I never put a lot on him because I see him developing, and that kid showed me. He got me back into what boxing could be because he fought his fucking heart out. You know what I'm saying? He fought his fucking heart out. He fought a really tough dude. And that dude, Obek or whatever you call him, that dude was giving him hell, and he dug deep, and you could see the emotion, man. That's what boxing is all about. When you dig deep to fight somebody who's your equal, and you just you know what I'm saying, you just overcome adversity. And that was some good boxing, and I thought that was going to be another top ranked bullshit ass setup fight where they just put these mismatches in there for guys they want to develop and promote, and have them go in there and beat up on some no name dude. But that was a good fight, and I kind of missed out because the last top ranked fights was just kind of trash. You know what I'm saying? Just setup stuff. So I really didn't want to see that again. So I missed that fight, and you know what I'm saying? I just don't like watching fights where I know who's going to win, and I know y'all feel the same way too, right? You just don't want to go through that kind of shit, man. It's like, I mean, we've seen enough of that, right? So, I'm looking at Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu. Even though Terrence Crawford is trying to what is Terrence Crawford doing, bro? The fuck is he doing, bro? He's just trying to get big fights and get a big paycheck, bro. Errol Smith Jr. was your big paycheck, and you don't even want to fight the man again. You don't want to fight Ennis. You don't want to do shit. You You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is going on with this boxing era? We got to be haters because we want to see the top dudes fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got to be a fucking hater because you want to keep your favorite fighter safe, right? It's like it's no room for this shit to be a sport. Just a bunch of fanboys, you know what I'm saying, who want to see their favorite fighter beat up on people they can beat up. You know what I'm saying? And that's not boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see that shit, bro. It's like, I'm so sick and tired of these people crying on social media, you know, about Devin getting beat up in sparring, right? With a Tank. Where now they got sparring leaked everywhere. Now everybody's talking about what happened in sparring. Yeah, okay, so you know, Tank went in there and beat the hell out of Devin Haney in sparring. So what? You know what I'm saying? I mean, sparring don't supposed to mean anything anyway. You know what I'm saying? I think Devin was what, 17? Tank was a grown ass man, right? So I mean, it just don't make no damn sense. Well, I got the pictures here, so I'm just trying to shit. It just don't make no damn sense. It's like everybody's celebrating because they don't like Devin Haney. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, you don't have to like Devin. I mean, but shit, if you want to see the fight, you know what I'm saying? You know, don't call the goddamn fight. Yeah, but he is the Black Canelo, man. It's like, no, I'm tired of boxing going in this direction. Ain't y'all, man? It's like we pay hard money to see these pay-per-views, and it's like these fighters are like the most reluctant ass warriors I've ever seen, man. And all they talk about is, you know what I'm saying, they risk their lives in the ring. But nigga, you made the decision to become a fighter, right? It's like, you know what I'm saying, they pay y'all millions of dollars to get in there and do what we like to see you do. So what's up? I mean, you gonna cry on the other end? You know what I'm saying? Now everybody's cherry picking and shit, you know, and they're cherry picking early before they even like really make it and do something, like really do something in the goddamn league. And it's just like this shit kind of kills your spirit, man. You know, I'm like, damn, it's like it take too long to make fights. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers acting like they got time in their careers. They letting years go by. They're letting valuable years go by when they could be, you know, getting as many fights as they can in to build a legacy. And I don't think they even care about it. Ryan Garcia, he fake. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, it's like, what is going on? All these fighters are just soft as hell. You know? And when I saw this leakage of Devin Haney, you know, and Tank, of course Tank beat his ass, man. Tank is a full grown man in there. Devin looked like a little kid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got heart. He didn't quit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm surprised. They said Tank knocked him out on his feet or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he just didn't have the strength right here in this sparring session to like really you know, handle Tank, you know. I mean, shit. You know, Devin, you know, he definitely got skills, but shit, you know, when you got to look at Tank forearms and shit compared to Haney's and shit, man. I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, this he ain't even got no man strength. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't stay in there. And I saw the whole thing. You know, well, I mean, I saw the part that they clipped out, right? And Tank was just all over Devin ass, man. He couldn't do nothing with him. You know what I'm saying? If that was a real fight, of course, Tank could have pressed more and put more on his punches and probably got Devin out of there. But Devin was young, man. You know what I'm saying? You remember when you was a teenager and you touched a grown man hand, you know, your uncle or something, and you know, you thought you was smelling yourself because you was lifting a few weights. Then you go shake your uncle hand, that mechanic, your uncle who's a mechanic, and that motherfucker damn near crush your soul out your ass and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's man strength is different than, you know, teenager strength. And, you know, you could see it in the fight. I mean, you could see it in the sparring. And even though, you know, Devin is a little brash, you know, he's a little brash and shit, and people want to see him humble, but that's what you need in boxing. You know what I'm saying? To believe in yourself, you know what I'm saying? To be able to challenge, one day challenge the top guys, you know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, Tank just, you know, he just kind of dogged him, you know, for that side of the sparring or whatever. Because I hear Devin came back later, and I think Tank wasn't in top shape here either. Uh, so it's just kind of interesting how what's going on. What's going on, Mr. Miles? What's happening, bro? It's just kind of crazy how people, when people don't like a fighter, they'll take anything. And I mean, and this is the crazy part of this shit here, y'all. That Devin said that he believes that do I have it? Damn, I thought I had the shit. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Devin said that Mayweather was the one who leaked this shit, and I'm just like, yeah, that sounds like some shit that Mayweather would do. He says Floyd been hating a long time. This ain't just started. He said, I held my tongue for years because I respect the greats of the sport. But dude is a bona fide hater. Don't want to see nobody win if he's not a part of it. And, and I've said this a lot of times about Floyd Mayweather. He's like an egomaniac, man. That nigga, if he can't be the spotlight, he don't want that shit to happen. He said, I know he sent Ryan the sparring. He said, I know he gave Ryan those pimp comments to say, miserable old man tried to stop the fight, and whatever that Muslim thing. He says, I'm happy he's revealed himself to the world. We all know Mayweather ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? He likes to. What's going on, Yolanda? You know what I'm saying? So he really likes to start this shit, man. Mayweather's like a little child mentally. He likes to instigate, and he, especially when he thinks somebody can get their ass whooped. Like he put Canelo against David Benavidez because he know Canelo don't want to go that way. Then once again, he took that back and retracted it and said that he can run his business like he wants. So, Mayweather's just, he just wants to be seen, make controversial comments and stuff so everybody can stop paying him attention instead of the new boxers that's coming in who are relevant. And you just get tired of that, man. It's like, come on, man. You're a statesman of the damn sport, Floyd. Stop playing with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Let them have their day. Let Tank, build a name away from you. Let them loose. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, some of these fights, we could have had 2 and 3 fights by now when it comes to Stevenson or Tank and or Tank and Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? We these guys could have fought 2 and 3 times, while these old dudes, these old washed up legends getting in the way, trying to control shit. It's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? We got to get back to fighters being able to take a loss and still make money, you know what I'm saying? And still be respected in the sport. And until then, we're going to continue on having dudes ducking because they're afraid to lose, right? Because the next logical fight would be Crawford versus either Tim Tszyu or Crawford versus Jerome Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? That would be the next logical fight. But I am proud of Tank for stepping up, you know what I'm saying, and taking this challenge right here. I think this is going to be one of the best fights of the year. Fighting Frank Martin, say stop fighting the Mexicans, come on back on the black side and show that you can handle the brothers. And to me, Frank Martin is going to be Zab Judah to Mayweather. I think because why I say that? I say that because Frank Martin got power, and even though he's a little indecisive as to what kind of fighter he want to be, I think that's his main problem. That's going to be his undoing, because I think once he feel Tank power, he's going to be, he's going to be reluctant to come inside, and that's going to be fucked up for him. That's going to be fucked up for him, because once Tank got you thinking and worried about his power. You know what I'm saying? Frank unless he's able to make Tank think, do something different on the inside, it's going to be a wrap for Frank. And I think Frank got skills. It's just do he have the confidence to use his skills? Do he have the fortitude to go through what he got to go through with Tank Davis before he land, them uppercuts, and body shots, and can he last? You know what I'm saying, to get his shit off. And I think that's going to be. I think that's what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying. I think Tank going to beat him, but I think Frank's going to have a good showing of himself. I just don't think he got the experience. I don't think he got the full experience enough to beat Tank. And Tank, he just got a great team with Calvin Ford over there. They just mish. I don't know how well. Um, I don't know how well Frank team is. You know, Derek James just seemed to have his hand in a lot of things, and it looked like he's kind of, you know what I'm saying, slipping over there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's meeting a lot of people, and he's doing a lot of different shit over there, man. It's just like you got Anthony Joshua and people, you know, come on, man. You know, you got to get back to the basics, Derek, and get these boys straight. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, I think it was Errol Spence Jr. birthday a couple of days ago. He says Devin can be crying over people can be crying over people leaking sparring when him and Bill been leaking sparring all this time. And you know, it's them too. It's just we're in a time where there's no mystery to the shit no more. Now people leaking every damn thing. Teofimo Lopez footage, you know, with Tank is being leaked. It's just crazy, man. It's like we don't need all that. We don't need all that. We need to see the actual fight. And that's my problem. You know, they willing to go through all this, you know, all this underhanded crap instead of just fighting, man. It's like we don't need to see no damn sparring. You know what I'm saying? We want to see you in the ring. He said, don't throw a rock and hide your hand. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's what Mayweather best at. He said, Poole, he said the Haynes have been very dishonest. He says, Bill and Dev are the reason the tape and sparring is a topic. Bill and Dev released tapes on Shakur and Hector. Yeah, they all doing it, man. It's like it used to be honor, you know, amongst the fighters, and slowly but surely you see things start to change. Well, you know, it's almost like this petty toxicness that's going on is more important. You know, saying embarrassing people online and in front of the world is more important than the fucking actual boxing match. That's what I'm talking about. And it's like I just want the silliness to stop. You know, too much social media, too much posing and posturing. It's like posture your ass in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get the fight over. And see, you know, once you have this kind of animosity, whoever wins not going to give the other guy another chance, you know, to fight again. And see, that's another thing. Anybody can beat you in one fight if you're good. You know what I'm saying? If you got the skills and you feel it, you the man that night, you know what I'm saying? I want to see you run it back. You know what I'm saying? Because I want you to get that, see if you can get that win back. But with the relationships going on between the fighters, it's like they're going to take that win and run off with it. And I don't like that, man. It's like I'm used to seeing some close fights. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you run it back. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody could be, you know, feeling good that night, or, you know, had a little extra weight on them, whatever it is. You know, the other person couldn't have been feeling well. There's a lot of things. Anybody can have the better night on one night. So why not, since you're in the same weight class, you know what I'm saying, let's see how you do in a rematch, right? But now for some reason, we can't get these rematches going on. We couldn't get Jamel Charlo to come back down to 154 and fight and defend his undisputed title. I'm just like, what is going on? It's like, what is going on, man? It's like they can't wait to get one big bag and then everything fall apart. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? And I hear a lot of these young guys, you know, they want to retire early. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to get, you know, like some of them legends, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they can't hardly talk, and, you know, they, like Evander Holyfield and Riddick Bowe. I understand that. But nobody's saying fight till 40. I'm just saying, while you fighting, you know, fight everybody you can fight, the best. You know what I'm saying? Fight the best while you, and fight as many times as you can while you're still, you know what I'm saying, while you're still able. And what we got fighters that's fighting once a year and letting valuable time go by. And then when they do come back, they gotta warm up and tune up because they done been out the ring for so long. So it's like we're getting cheated because we're not getting the best version of each fighter because they got to keep warming up because they don't fight enough. And I'm so tired of this shit. I'm just like, bro, it's like I got to try to, I can't even remember your opponent you haven't fought in so long. And we got so many fighters who are on the shelf right now that we should be getting damn good fights. You know what I'm saying? Every weekend we should be getting great fights because we got so many good fighters out there. But you don't remember them because they take 2 years off. You know what I'm saying? They take, 6 months off. It's like, bro, I don't even remember you, dog. You know what I'm saying? I saw you was up and coming. You had a pretty good little fight, but now I got to see what you got going on all over again just to get into, what you do in the ring. And it's just like, damn, it's like, how can we have this many damn fighters and so few fights? I mean, you didn't even have to keep up back in the day. You didn't have to keep up with the fighters because they fought so often, right? Because you saw them every 3, 4, 6 months or whatever. You saw them in the ring, or you had so many other good fights that you didn't have to worry about that shit. Now these guys are all on social media. You know what I'm saying? Talking shit about what unfair and all this. You know what I'm saying? I'm arguing with people about, wanting boxing to get back to being a sport, to where, you have to fight your mandatories. You have to fight your mandatories. Let's not have selective outrage. Let's not have selective outrage where one fighter, you don't mind, him not fighting his mandatories while your favorite fighter, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're your favorite fighter, you don't want him to fight his mandatories. Like, people don't want Canelo to fight David Benavidez or David Morale. And I keep telling motherfuckers, I'm like, look, David Benavidez has been passed over for years and years and shit when he had the interim belt, even when he lost it, but he came back and he's been an interim champion for a couple of interim titles, 3 interim titles, I believe, and Canelo still won't fight the man. And I'm just like, bro, it's like we gotta do something about this, man, because this man is just holding up the division, and other fighters are looking at that and saying, shit, if Canelo can do that, I ain't got to fight my damn mandatory shit. I could just duck, haul ass, whatever. And it's like, it's just leaving boxing. It's just making boxing this a slippery slope that's happening in boxing. Everybody's doing it now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how Jamel gonna become undisputed, which is a great feat. He was unstoppable before that. He got a rematch in, and that's why I love that guy, because he didn't duck the responsibility of making the distinction between him and Costanza. I think his name. What's his name? Castillo. Whatever. What was his name? Not Castillo. Shit. I can't remember the motherfucker. But y'all know what I'm saying. He ran it back and he made it right. And it was, both of the fights were hellified. So, but they won't give this man credit for that shit. But for him to go and fight Canelo and look like he threw the fight, he didn't fight with conviction. And I'm just like, what is going on with boxing? Where's the spirit? Where's your pride? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking all over boxing. Where's the pride of not letting somebody beat you? You know what I'm saying? The pride of Mexican versus, Puerto Rico, black versus white, black versus Mexican, you know what I'm saying? Not wanting them to defeat you. These guys, all they think about is money. All they thinking about is money and shit, bro. It's like, bro, where's the pride in boxing? It's gone. You know what I'm saying? All these guys just be posing. They be working at, look at Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is going to go out here and get his ass knocked out against Tim Tszyu. And it's like, I'm not even going to act like Keith Thurman is really making a comeback, because I already know better. Y'all get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm doing a lot of complaining here, but it's just like, bro, I'm just frustrated with this damn sport. Bud Crawford ain't going to fight. He's not going to give Ennis a shot. And I know I've said a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? If he's going to go up to 154, take your ass up to 154 and fight somebody. Stop hanging around like somebody, like people are not really checking for you, bro. You know, because you've never been an entertainer like that. You know what I'm saying? People never buy your shit. They just look at you as somebody to destroy the PBC. You know what I'm saying? That's what Crawford get his props at for, you know, for them people, for that demographic that don't like the PBC, you know. And I'm not even really, tell you the truth, I'm not even really excited about this Ryan Garcia fight either. And Devin Haney. Yeah, Castano. Yeah, Castano. I'm not really excited about, because y'all see how they've been acting, man. This shit is like, I like this shit lame as hell. It's like watching two pro wrestlers talk shit, just like the Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu build up. It's like shit is not real, man. It's like, I mean, the trash talk is ridiculous. You know, it's like watching two children argue. You know, what's going on, Mr. Moet? It's like watching two kids argue. Let me drop the link so it's in case people want to come up. You know, it's like watching two children argue, man. It's like you can't really take that shit seriously. Yeah, very unprofessional. They got P. Diddy pictures, and it's like watching, you know, like they part of the media or something, and they just throwing mud at each other. And I'm like, bro, just talk your shit, get in the ring, and let it be known that you can whip this dude ass, and that's all we want. That's all we want. All this extra, you know, gay things that they got going on, trying to, you know, talk shit on each other. It's like, bro, come on. That shit is ridiculous, bro. He says, Pool, now that Tank's fighting Frank, some people are calling Frank a prospect. Shit is ridiculous. Man, they know goddamn better than that. They know goddamn better than that. Frank Martin is the shit. And if Tank beat him, that's probably the best solid win that he have on this damn record. You know what I'm saying? If he beat Frank Martin, that's validation right there. And if he beat him easily, that's gonna be even better for him, you know. But it's because Frank is a threat to beat him, and that's why he'll get so much respect for beating Frank Martin, because they know Frank Martin is bad in that ring, man. He is a skilled, highly skilled guy. You know, he's a tough dude too, and he ain't no young punk. You know what I'm saying? He is not a young punk. He is somebody who can fight. He can defend himself. He's fast. He's got athletic ability. So that'll be a huge feather in his cap. That'll be something that the rest of them haven't really done. You know, so well, except for maybe Devin Haney with Lomachenko. But I think Lomachenko wasn't on his level though. You know what I'm saying? Because he's old now. And Mr. Molly said Bill and Devin got what they asked for. They kept daring him to release the tape. So Ryan released it. Now they're in an uproar. They mad that their lies have been exposed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, tell you the truth, I mean, I really don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't care that somebody got their ass beat in sparring. You got to learn somehow. Somebody got to teach you. You know what I'm saying? And see, in boxing, it ain't about who beat your ass outside. It's about building yourself up from where you're at. You see what I'm saying? It's about putting your skills together on the night that you're supposed to meet. You know what I'm saying? And then finding out what you got. And then if you lose, now you still know what you got to work on. See, I mean, these guys here, they be getting on teams and they worried about, you know what I'm saying, who's beating who. You know, so Tank got the ability to beat anybody because he's a special fighter, right? So does that surprise you that he beat Devin in sparring like that? Hell no. Now, would it surprise you if Devin beat Tank? Yeah, that would surprise me. You know what I'm saying? Would it surprise you if Rolly beat Ryan in sparring? Nobody really cares. You know what I'm saying? You just got to get in there and do your best, you know, because Tank already was a star when Devin was coming into the league. He was already that dude. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what can you really expect? Plus, he was old. He was a grown-ass man. So, I mean, Devin had to work his way up, man. He had to get in the ring and he had to fight his fights. to get his skill level up to be able to contend with somebody, with with Tank's skills and abilities, right? So, and unfortunately, you got to get your ass whipped in boxing. And I don't care who it is. I don't care how special he is. Even Jerron Booth Ennis had to get his ass whipped. You know what I'm saying? He had to fight some greats. David Benavidez had to go through Triple G in sparring. I mean, it's like they all kick each other asses. Is what I'm trying to say. It's just that what do you learn? What do you learn from getting your ass whipped in sparring? And that's what's important. That's why it shouldn't be put out there because, Tank wasn't even in the best shape. And so they said Devin came back in the second half and ran him out the ring. So, that was just a few seconds of sparring. You don't have the whole story. They said Devin won the bet. And that's even the dudes that don't even like him said that. So, but he got his butt whipped early in the fight, early in the sparring, because I think it was like doghouse rules and you had to go to your drop. So, but they showed the part where Tank was whipping his ass, but they didn't show the second part, did they? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's a second part out there. They ain't gonna show that. Now I wonder if Devin is gonna release the part, see what he was doing when he came back or whatever. But I'm not really interested in the sparring because it's not real, and I think Devin was a little too young to be in the ring with Tank. I think if Tank really wanted to, like, knock him out, because I seen he was putting a lot of pressure on Devin, and I don't think Devin had the man strength to be in the ring with a Tank. You know what I'm saying? And he still may not. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I want to see the fights. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to see them get in the ring and see if Devin's gotten any better, gotten any stronger, learned anything new. And I want to see him run it back again. I want to see Shakur talking about taking the place of Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? If Ryan, chicken out. Because, people still think Ryan Garcia is going to, dip out of this fight. People don't think he's going to go through with it. You know what I'm saying? But I think now we've gotten far into the promotion. Hopefully he don't fake an injury or some bullshit like that. I'll be really pissed off with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia. I've been pissed off with him a lot in the past. Some of the antics he doing, and then that fake ass personality he got. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of big on him when he said he called that Devin, but he's so damn fake, man. It's like I can't really deal with him, man. And that's the whole thing about this boxing era. It's like these fighters really don't want to fight. It's like they just want to make money, and you can see it all over their face. He says, "Fool, you right about that." And Cash Crypto said, "We lucky to see some of these guys fight a guy once. Once this era got a pull to." Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's like I don't understand, bro. I'm an old school boxing fan, bro. I want to see these fighters because I mean, if you train yourself up to do, what to be special in what you do, you want to put it out there. You want people to see it. You want to be able to prove yourself that you're the best in your division. These guys just want to build themselves up to make money and fight who they want. And that's killing boxing, bro. That's killing it. For me, my interest, you know what I'm saying? None of these champions got pride as champions. They don't give a damn about the belt. You know what I'm saying? Look at Tank. Tank don't care about no damn belts. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna be able to fight who he want to fight because he's already a cash cow. Everybody's gonna watch what he does because he's got power. But we want to see him fight. We want to see him challenge himself. And he's doing that with Frank Martin. But where's he gonna go after that? Is he really gonna go after Devin Haney? Is he really gonna, go challenge himself or Shakur Stevenson? I want to see these guys. I want to know that it's inside them to go for the best. What's going on, Mr. Moet? I'm just kind of my old man rant.
Hey, it's all good, Pool, man. It's good to see you back, man. Anytime you gone for a minute, we always know you working hard out there. So but
Yes,
definitely glad
sir.
to see you back, man. I definitely had to chime in on this evening with you. Just to go with what you were just saying, I'm looking forward to the Tank versus Frank Martin fight being confirmed. That'd be awesome to see. And as you mentioned, that's a good scrap for both of those fighters, but more so for Tank because, as you mentioned, if he gets out of that matchup with a victory, I think that really
Mm.
cements his status and his resume as he continues to move forward. After, and again, I'm not putting down Frank, man. I think I'm not gonna say it's 50-50. I would say maybe a 60-40, 65-35, given how Frank looked in his last outing. He didn't look as sharp as he did when he fought
Yeah,
Michelle Rivera. But all of that to say, I honestly, the latter part of this year, I like to see Tank. Assuming, let's say in a scenario he defeats Frank Martin, I like to see Tank either take on Shakur Stevenson or the winner of Loma versus Cambosos. I think that's a good scrap for Tank as well, and that'll be a nice way to round out 2024.
it's like he got some kind of phobia when it comes to Lomachenko, because
Mm,
that's a huge fight. That's a good name for him.
great
I
name.
mean, he should have got Lomachenko before Devin.
Oh, no
In my
question.
opinion,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He should have broke him down, and I think that would have done. See, because if he could have got Loma and then he could have knocked out Devin Haney, man, he wouldn't even have to touch Stevenson.
Oh, no
You know what I'm
question.
saying?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
if he would have got those two names, I mean, Stevenson would have been an icing on the cake,
Hmm.
and then he, you know what I'm saying, whoever else is good because now he's bona fide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He done fought two top guys that's a threat
Yep.
to him. And
Yep.
so that's what we want to see. People be hating on Tank or Devin Haney or Teofimo Lopez. No, we just want
Hmm.
to see them fight people. That's what we're used to. It's
Yeah.
like people are so protective over these guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, bro, the only reason you want to see them is because they're the best at what they do.
Right.
And so they got to be challenged by other guys that can beat them or have an
Absolutely.
opportunity. That's the only way they're gonna be who they are. I don't
Hmm.
want to see Tank just because he got tattoos all over his fucking chest. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a
Yeah.
damn about that. I
Yeah.
mean, I like how he hit, and I want somebody just like Canelo. He don't fight nobody with no power, nobody who can fight back. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It says your device not connected, Mister Miles. You gotta I forgot what it is when they do that, when the thing says not connected, device not connected. You got to cut something off or
Yeah.
something on. You got to cut your camera on, I believe. And so yeah, so boxing is just kind of losing my interest because it takes so long. You remember how we used to have Tuesday night fight?
Oh
You used
yeah.
to have Friday,
Friday night fights. Yeah.
Friday night fights, and and you get to see the people in the rankings coming up. You got to see who was pretty good because there was always constant boxing going on in the rankings, and they
Well,
was always working themselves up. Let me put another link in the thing, see if you can come up, Mr. Miles. Um,
just wanna.
and it just takes so long for these major fighters, or the ones that everybody knows,
Yeah.
to get back into the ring. And then when, like I was saying earlier, anybody could win one fight, bro. If you have a controversial fight, I just dropped it. See if you can
You got
click
to
on
run it
that.
back. You got to run it back. That's
You
why
got
we
you got
had Bo Holyfield. That's why they fought 3 times. That's why well, I can't say Tyson Holyfield because Tyson bit that man ear, but you're absolutely right. Even Mayweather Maidana, that's another example. Pacquiao and Tim Bradley, so on and so forth, man. I mean, rematches are good. To be quite frank with you, I would have preferred to have seen Devin rematch Loma as opposed to. Now he did move up to 140, and that's respectable. So can't knock that. He said he couldn't make the weight no more. We got to take him at face value for what he said. But I mean, in my humble opinion, if they'd have ran that back in, 3 or 4 months later,
yeah,
that would have been awesome because that was a good scrap that was controversial and it was arguable on who won. And I feel like that to me, that was the beauty of Floyd. Floyd always said, "Hey man, give him a rematch. If it's an issue, we give him a rematch." And everybody he mentioned that to got their rematch. So
hmm
yeah,
and
I like to see it.
and see, Floyd was confident because he outworked everybody. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? He was confident, man. You know what I'm saying? These fighters are not. I don't know if it's the promoters. I don't know what it is, but these guys they're afraid of taking that L, and that's
Oh
not
yeah.
good for boxing, bro. You know.
No, it's not. But going back to a point you made earlier, as you mentioned, back in the 90s and early 2000s, we had Tuesday night fights, Friday night fights. I feel like the industry of boxing overall has matured over the years. I mean, coming from the 80s, right? The Hagler and the Hearns and the Leonards and all of those matchups that used to come on ABC, CBS, or whatever. And
Mhm.
then in the early 90s, we transitioned to that pay-per-view model. I mean, that was the first of its kind. I was a young boy at that time, but at the same token, we go through the 90s and we're paying for pay-per-views, seeing the best of the best matchups. We seeing boxing in Atlantic City and Las Vegas. And you get to the 2000s and it started shifting again. Still seeing some of the best matchups, but I hate to say it, but as good as it is to see, or was, right, to see Floyd, reign supreme for so
Mhm.
long, the fact that he maintained that zero on his record, I think so many other guys at this point, I mean, everybody won't be undefeated, but the fact that they seen somebody do it, how it's yielded a lot of good money for them, man, you mentioned they trying to protect that zero if they can to pad their
Mhm.
record and to get that one big fight, get that one big
Mhm.
payday, whether they win or lose. And to me, that's a stymie to the industry moving forward.
Mhm. I mean, look how many fights we got between Manny Pacquiao and Juan Mendez. Juan Mendez. What is it? Juan Mendez. How you say it? Marquez. Marquez. Juan Marquez. Look how many fights we got out of them. Running it back. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth. You know. Look how many fights we got with Bradley and what was that dude? Well, he went a few rounds with Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah,
Uh,
they fought three
he won a
times.
few. Yeah, they won a few rounds. See, so when you get the rematch, say one guy can win, one out of two. You know what I'm saying? Two out of three. You can lose against somebody who got the skill to beat you, even though we know what the deal was with
Right.
Tim. You know what I'm saying though. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
if you keep because if you keep fighting the same guy, they're gonna make adjustments,
They
and
gonna make
that's what you want
adjustments.
to. Right. You want to see what kind of if he's good enough. I think Manny Pacquiao knocked down Juan Marquez down in that first fight,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe a couple of times, and then after that, he never went down again. He made his adjustment, and he made it a draw.
Mm.
He made the fight a fucking draw. You see what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
like I want to see that. It's like them days are gone. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? Where
yeah.
a fighter could lose and come back and you know what I'm saying, be, special. You
Yeah.
know, and it's like oh, once you lose, oh, you trash now. It's like, bro, that's not how boxing operate. It's
I
an
know.
experience. You
Yep.
got to learn from losing in boxing. Or
Yep.
you don't learn much when you win or you dominate a motherfucker. You don't learn nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You just got by that night.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they protected Canelo is just sickening, bro. It's just sickening.
Well,
You know?
one of the reasons Canelo is it entered that pantheon of protection is because I don't know if you remember, but when Floyd retired, and this might have been after he fought McGregor, so I'm talking about 2018, 2019. It
Mhm.
was a couple of interviews, and they asking Floyd, what's next in boxing now that you're retired? What do you foresee? Who's the future of boxing? And he said it several times. Canelo is the man. Canelo is the face of boxing, and I feel like Canelo ran with that. And we remember also after Canelo and Floyd fought, although that was back in 2014, he made a lot of adjustments to his style. But once Floyd kind of gave him that stamp, I feel like he's running with that and avoiding as much as he can while trying to drain the coffers of all of these different promotion companies, man. And quite frankly, they say he amicably left PBC and then tried to get something going over at Matchroom, and then now supposedly he back at PBC. I hope everybody tell him, nah, Saul, we not gonna do nothing with you. You do
Right.
your own show, do your own fights.
And you know, was I mean, what's interesting is like nobody wants to see him fight Benavidez, you know, besides the hardcore boxing fan.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is pushing him. You look like if you face of boxing and you really think Canelo was the face of boxing, he would have to fight that fight.
You have to fight him.
You have to fight him.
Yeah.
Right. And to me, when I look at how the media talks it up that David Benavidez should be a light heavyweight, and I'm like, wait a minute, this dude is the interim champ. He done won 3 interim titles, bro.
Yeah.
What the hell y'all talking about?
Yeah.
It's like, but they talk around all that shit like they don't know that's real. Like that's not reality.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro. It's like, do you really you afraid to see Canelo take another L? Is that what it is? Or I mean, I just don't. Some guys are immune, you know what I'm saying, to criticism from the media, and it's like I just get tired of that crap, bro.
Yeah, I get bodies, the especially the WBC, they gonna have to really get their act together this year with Canelo, and I think they're gonna have to make a point, in determining that they're gonna continue to let him hold those belts. And not fight his mandatories, or you know what I'm saying, not fight the number one, you know, contender or the interim belt holder. He can't, you know, because at this point he's holding up the division, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's been holding it up. You know what I'm saying? He could check it out. He would not fight Dimitri Bivol at 168,
which is crazy.
And he made sure that Solomon would not sanction that fight. The WBC would not sanction the fight. Made sure. See, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. It's like, really, no. Go ahead.
No, you're right. No, because you figure if Bivol, I mean, that's actually playing to Canelo's advantage. But Bivol knew, I got better skills than you. Like, I'll come down to 168, but put all your belts on the line. And Canelo was like, nah. So, you know, he's protecting that undisputed status. It's a shame, man.
But it don't mean nothing if you don't fight the best. You know what I'm saying? It's just it don't mean nothing. If somebody come and challenge you, and I think I could beat you, and I'm your interim champ, you got David Morrell on the other side. Shit, he got so many good choices. But he chose the most toe back, the most non-challenging challenge with what's his name, Hyman McGill. I'm like, bro, when I saw Hyman McGill, they stopped popping out and promoting him. I said Canelo gonna fight him, just like I told y'all John Ryder was gonna fight Canelo. He was gonna pick everybody in the back of the closet in the rankings, and I said he's gonna fight the easiest challenge. And they're gonna act like Canelo is just this great legend. I was like, bro, I can't stand this shit, bro. And it ain't just Canelo.
Oh, it's
every, yeah. It's like, why not fight the best?
Yeah, you got some other guys out there. What it is too, Paul, is boxing as a whole. The fighters who are at the upper echelon of skill and talent. So your Jerron Boot Ennis's, your Tank Davis's, your Shakur Stevenson's, your David Benavidez, and so on and so forth. And it's starting to become some of the guys in those those lower classes. You know, I can't think of some of those names, but like you just had one guy who won that belt this weekend. But if you're
talking about Ford, Raymond Ford,
yeah, Raymond Ford, you got a lot of other guys, Schofield and Shoo and all those guys. When you're so good,
I think you went out.
They're not going to. People are going to avoid you, and so let me give you a counter example. Sean Porter, right? Sean Porter was a hell of a fighter, 2-time champion, was in some of the biggest fights, but because Sean wasn't necessarily an Earl or a Bud, like, I mean, just clearly you can see it that this guy is a super talent. Sean wasn't that, but Sean, it's almost like if you a B-level fighter, a B minus, B plus fighter, you gonna get all the fights. You get what I'm saying? Because the top guys like Canelo, they gonna pick
Hmm.
you. They gonna
Yeah.
pick the John Ryders. They gonna pick the Jaime Munguiz if you young and inexperienced and you got a little bit of skill, but they not gonna face those A talent level guys that are right there with them, as you mentioned, the best of the best matching up. And I don't understand that about the sport. It really is disappointing because you know, decades ago, we were able to get those fights, and people bought them, people attended. Um,
Hmm.
yeah,
And and that's why I don't my internet now.
yeah, we can hear you now.
Let me see. Okay. Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
were
we can hear
still
you now.
talking about the internet. Yeah. So yeah, man, it's just I don't know. Boxing is that's why it don't bother me. Like when I don't post nothing for a while because it's nothing be going on, man. You could go Saturday like the last past what 2 Saturdays, except for the Melvin Raymond Ford. Shit, the last 2 Saturdays ain't been nothing popping. Ain't nothing really been no significant fights, like really to
Yeah,
push the division forward. And it's like, bro, we got too many good fighters out here for this to be going on. These fighters try to find every excuse not to fight, not to
hmm
get in the ring.
hmm
They be enjoying their lives. They make a big bag, just like Jamil Charlo. You know what I'm saying? And they go look. What his name? Jamal. He haven't fought in 2 years, bro.
yeah,
He just fought. He just fought. But look what I mean. They be out the ring so long they come back to some bullshit fight. You know what I'm saying? And then he didn't even make weight. I'm like, bro, you had 2 years.
well,
You
I
know what I'm
mean, look, many guys they get that money. It's only a handful who are really they can balance that life of being a multimillionaire, being
saying?
in the
Right.
forefront, cameras always in your face, you're popular on the socials and all of that, and you're still disciplined.
Hmm.
I think it's only a few who can maintain a level of maturity mentally and being grounded to operate in that domain. A lot of guys I don't think it's to no fault of their own. Hey, it is what it is. But let's take going back to an earlier topic, you had Devin versus Ryan with that
Hmm.
coming up. And a side point, man, that press conference was the most unprofessional press conference I done seen in a long time. And it was hard to watch that, man.
Yeah. Isn't it's like they don't know how to act, bro. It's like they don't know how to act like men.
Yeah. Yeah, you
It's like
don't
they
have to
act like
like your opponent. You know what I'm saying? You can still talk a little trash to your opponent, but man, I mean, that thing was terrible, man. But to
you was
me,
cringing and shit
it, it
watching
it
this
was
shit.
bad, man. But what it did though is, and this is why I'm looking forward to the Keith Thurman versus Tim Zoo with this first Amazon PBC partnership, because they'll have the opportunity to set that standard again. I think Top Rank
Mhm.
does a good job, but they're biased. You know what I'm saying? Their color commentators are biased a lot of times, but they put on
Yeah.
good shows. But man, that PBC Showtime partnership, I mean, that was the creme de la creme. You know what I mean? You had other than
Yeah.
maybe an AB press conference, but it was a professional uh presentation, and you had
Mhm.
Brian Custer up there. See, Brian Custer was able to kind of navigate all of that bull job and get them
Yeah.
guys back on track. You got Mario Lopez up there. He not experienced in this space, as things go
Yeah.
off
The
schedule.
realness.
Yeah, how to reel it back in and get it back on track and maintain that standard. So it's going to be interesting, and I'm hoping that the Amazon PBC, if they release a schedule like they did last year, giving you some, the next 6-7 months with some good fights,
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to get us back on track.
And do you think did you see the Keith Thurman Tim Zoo build up?
Yeah, I've been keeping up with it, man. Keith being Keith, man.
Yeah, but I mean, but you see how comic book it sounds. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
sounds like they straight out of a comic book, man. It's like, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, when can we get some real passion and real gumption, you know what I'm saying, out of these fighters instead of putting on these fake these fake performances, bro.
Yeah.
It's like I want to
Yeah.
see some real grit. When you see Marvin want to fight Sugar Ray, that was real shit.
Oh,
He
it was
had a
real.
war hat. He
Yeah.
was a Ray. I'm gonna whip your ass. These dudes here, you don't feel it, man. You
Nah.
don't feel it. I mean, even with Devin and Ryan, I don't feel nothing. You know, they don't like each other, but it's like you don't feel that tension.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, it's just almost like two trolls and shit on the internet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like that's how I feel. It's like, man, let's see some real. I don't know. It's like I don't even know how to describe it, bro. It's just like, when I'm just not excited because I think Devin is so much more skilled than Ryan. I think he'll fight him.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he'll fight. I'm talking about like stand in front of him and fight him, but
Mm-hmm.
that'd be hard for Devin. You know what I'm saying? Because Devin, that boy got some firepower. You know, if he make the mistake of standing in front of Ryan, now if he move and use his skills, you know, Ryan don't have a chance. But I think you know, Ryan is just so fake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If
It's just
if we can get Ryan out the way, because I've seen a lot of people commenting lately, based off his recent social media posts. They're like, "Oh man, this fight needs to be postponed or canceled." Man, keep the
mm,
fight, keep it on schedule for 420. If he lose, he lose. And let's move on. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel no sympathy for multimillionaires who can get the best of the best help that they need, and he ain't getting it. That's that. Look, I don't feel bad for that dude, man. You know what I'm saying?
they're talking about each other parents and shit. And I don't understand. Bill, he got a good thing going, but he's putting too much of himself in the way. He
He
need to
loving the
back up.
limelight.
Yeah, he need to back up a little bit. It's a little cartoonish now. I was supporting him all the way, but it's a little
Mhm.
cartoonish now.
Well, I
Let.
tell you one thing:
Mm,
if and when the Haneys, if they ever get matched up with Tank, they ain't
mhm.
gonna be. I guarantee they ain't gonna be acting like they is with Ryan and anybody else. I bet you they gonna be on their best behavior.
Oh yeah, I agree. What's going on, Philly Bull 91? What's happening? Eating the remix. What I'm saying? What's going on with you guys? I see y'all up in here. We just been running my mouth so damn long, and but yeah, it's just kind of like, those are some good fights, bro. But I just want to see them toughen up. So I want to
Yeah.
see them act more professional.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Boxing is getting away from that. It's getting away from the order of things. I really don't believe in the WBC anymore. I don't believe in the W. They don't seem like real entities to me no more.
Right. Right.
They, they seem like they fake. They seem like it's just for show. Whoever got paid them, whatever network or
Yep.
fighter brings in the most money, that's what they're gonna go with.
Yep.
Um, and that's what it feel like to me. It don't feel real no more. It feel like them goddamn WWE belts. You know what I'm saying? It's like that shit is just fake, man. It's like,
Yeah.
because nobody is no continuity to it. Nobody has to
Mm-hmm.
fight their mandatories. Not really, not unless you're just a average fighter. You have to fight
Yeah.
your mandatories then. But I do like what I like. I do like what I see at Top Rank. I
Mm-hmm.
do like some of the guys over there. Shoo Shoo. A lot of those guys, I can't remember their name right now. Tiger Johnson.
Yeah.
Um, what Jared Anderson went to jail on a felony? I'm just
Hey
like,
man.
bro, what the hell is going on? The heavyweight division is already ate the hell up. He was one of
But
our. He was one. Go ahead,
no, you're right. He had a golden path to
bro.
be the preeminent, next top heavyweight from the US, facing all of the big challenges. You know what I'm saying? Or guys who were former number one ranked guys or whatever. He was in the running, but he better get his stuff together, bro, because Them guys ain't gonna keep taking all that foolishness, you know. And
And
then
and, and
he
check
talk a
this
little shit too.
and check this out. This motherfucker is in a what you call them cars? Those souped up cars, muscle cars.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? What was it? I forgot what them things that they can outrun police cars. Uh, what? It's a hot rod car. I can't even think of the name of it.
Oh,
He
okay.
running all over the city, bro. Now
Yeah.
he done already outran one police officer, but there wasn't enough for him, so he had to go back down and try to outrun another police officer because they ain't catch what were them cars called that outrun police cars. And then he was asking for it, and then his car's
Mm-hmm.
like orange and yellow, you know, says all sticks out. I'm like, this dude here is just, you know how some people from the hood, it's just they want trouble, bro. It's
Yeah.
like they go looking for it. He's one of them dudes. He was talking shit. Who was they talking about? They gonna stomp or somebody if they come over there. I'm like, this dude he's silly, man, in the head. It's like,
Well,
bro, you're gonna be a millionaire. What are you talking about? Stomping people
well, I
who
tell
come
you
over the top, right?
who's showing he got his act together. And although, you know what I'm saying,
Hellcat,
he's
yeah.
not necessarily a fan favorite. Keyshawn Davis, man. That young guy is he's buying, you know, real estate. It seems like he's stepping up, wanting to be more of a professional and how he conducts himself. But at the same token, he's firm on his ability and his skills. You know, he's telling guys like, I'm gonna punish you. At the
Mm.
same token, he's conducting himself better. I like to see this as his breakout year. If he can get a good 3 fights in, but what's gonna end up having to happen is he gonna have to end up fighting Shakur. And I know that's his man, but hey, uh, y'all in the same division, and it's a good opportunity. You know, I like to see them get matched up this year. I think that'd be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Or either put Keyshawn against you got a couple guys who's coming up at welterweight, you know, still in kind of that middle of the pack running. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but this definitely could be a step up a year for him.
Say that again. Who say that? Say that again.
Yeah, I'm talking about Keyshawn Davis. I'm saying this could definitely be a step up year for him.
Well,
If
what's that guy he fought in the Olympics, man? That dude looks so goddamn good. That's going to be his nemesis. The guy from Cuba,
yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
Andy Cruz. Is it Andy
Andy
Cruz? Yeah,
Cruz.
Andy
Yeah,
Cruz.
they need to make
Um,
that fight, man. They need to make that fight. It's a good
bro,
good
bro,
time while he's still
Andy
young.
is ready. Andy is ready right now, bro. Did you see what he looked like?
I haven't,
I'm
because you
like,
know he just went pro. He just
I
went
know,
pro.
but
Yeah.
bro, that dude there is already like he's training with Jerron Boot Centers,
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
and you know how when you saw Floyd,
Yeah.
you know it was over. You know it was over.
Yeah. Yeah.
He looking like that, bro. He looking
Yeah.
complete.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I know who you're talking about. I know you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. He looked sharp his last outing.
bro, man, I was like, this nigga looked like he was a Jedi Knight up in there.
Well,
I
he
was
up
like,
under Bozy.
yeah, I mean, he was so solid, bro. He was ahead of his time. I said, man, this dude, he look like he been fighting in pros forever.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So Keyshawn, I hope it helps push him and make him a better fighter.
Yeah.
Because now he got Andy on his heels, you know.
Yep.
Somebody, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
once you see somebody coming along who's probably going to be, everybody going to be putting your name and his name together, hopefully that'll make him push himself to fight better competition.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, if you're a special boxer and you got skills, right, you can go in there and make any dude that can't, you know, is not in your league look bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So but until you start, you know, like when he was fucking with Frank Martin, and that should have been a fight.
That should have been a fight. Yeah.
But I knew at the time he hadn't really fought no 10 rounders or 12 rounders. So that kind of would have been, you know what I'm saying? So he's still in development, but he got so many good skills, Keyshawn Davis, that you kind of want him to take his time. You don't want him to step out there too quick.
That's a good point.
Make it 12 rounds.
Build
Frank
himself
Frank
up.
Frank done been 12 rounds a number of times. So you know, that's just that would be kind of bad for him to get his ass beat. But you know what I'm saying? You young enough and you could still, you know, you could bounce back because I believe later on he would beat Frank Martin because Frank Martin is what, damn near 30,
Oh,
29, 30.
Frank Martin older because Frank started a little later.
Right.
His
So if
professional
he
career.
beat him this year,
Mm-hmm.
Keyshawn would beat him in a couple of years, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
a year before, you know. So and that's how boxing is, y'all. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It don't matter if you lose, my nigga. It's like it's about the quality of the fight,
The
what you learn.
competition,
You know,
yeah,
say, oh man, you know, when I saw Juan Valdez go back and forth, you could see he had learned some shit. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You see he tried something different, you know what I'm saying? Even though
Mm-hmm.
he was getting whacked out a couple of times, but he learned. That was beautiful to see him make his adjustments. And he won. He won, I think, the majority of those fights. And because Pacquiao was such a star, they gave him, you know what I'm saying? Because you know they give them niggas punches that they ain't even landed.
Yeah.
Right? You know, just like with Canelo, you know what I'm saying? He lost somebody in his set that he arguably got the best resume. But shit, how many fights did he really win in that resume?
Convincing wins. I mean, clear
Right,
cut, convincing
right.
wins.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
these people they leave out. See, that's another thing I hate about this generation is that they try to promote shit they know is bullshit.
Oh, they're gonna paint
You
a
know,
narrative. Yeah, they're gonna paint the
right.
narrative to support their
Right. I
argument
mean,
that's
bro,
not
we watched every
factually
fight too,
good.
just like you.
Yeah.
We wasn't hating on Canelo when he got his ass beat by Laura. You know what I'm saying? No, nobody wasn't hating on him when he almost lost the fight for Austin Trout.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they had open scoring. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just so much dirty stuff going on, and these narratives. He fought an old ass Cotto. You know, he fought an old ass
Oh
Sugar
yeah,
Shane
Cotto was on
Moses.
his way out.
You know
Shane
what I'm
was on
saying?
his
It's
way
like,
out.
and
Yeah.
they don't admit this. It's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You're not even holding him to the standard of going back and getting that win against Dimitri Bivol. It ain't just because I want to see the man lose. It's that too. But
He should won his
anytime,
own get back though.
right? That's what I'm saying. And it's like these people. Oh, you just hate Canelo. No, he's supposed to be the face of boxing. Why the fuck are you the face of boxing if you don't want to be that man?
You ain't wanting to
Heavy
face
is
the
the
top
head
competition.
that
Yeah.
wear the crown, right? Heavy is the head that wear the crown, right?
But see,
So
that's what Floyd gave us, man. And you know, people talk all the trash they want about Floyd, but that 6-fight contract he had with Showtime, other than his last professional fight, I forgot the dude's name. It'll come to me. Um, but man, he had some gave us some good fights, man. He gave us some good matchups that people were excited about. But he had hit a point
who are
in
you
his
talking about right
career.
now?
What was the dude Floyd fought before his McGregor fight? It was his retirement fight.
You said before McGregor?
Yeah,
You talking about Manny Pacquiao? Wasn't that Manny Pacquiao? Wasn't that Manny?
no, he fought Manny back in like 2013.
Shit, you right. Damn, it's been some years, but years has been going by.
Yeah,
Uh, you said before. Let me see. Damn, I can't think of his name. Oh, he said Berto.
Berto. Yeah, Berto. Yeah, that was a pickle.
Man,
You know what I'm
Berto.
saying?
Oh,
That was a
shit.
showcase, like you say. That was a showcase
I
opponent
don't
right
know why
there.
the hell he just gave Berto some money because
Yeah.
he knew Berto was flawed. Because you remember them fights with he had with Ortiz, Berto and Ortiz. Now them was some good ass fights.
Oh yeah. Them was some hell of a matchups, man. Them
Oh
guys
my
was going at
God,
it.
there was some good fights, man. How Berto they would knock each other down both twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, bro, when I saw Berto versus man, I said, man, this dude is not gonna touch Mayweather, bro.
Let me ask you this, Paul. I really personally would like to see Boots get 2 fights in this year and 2 quality fights. Now, obviously, he's in the
Right.
IBF, so his matchups are going to come from the IBF.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could, you know, who do you want to see him match up with, excluding Bud? Because I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're just different eras, and Bud.
Well, he's supposed to be fighting Crawley. He's supposed to be
Okay,
fighting.
that's right.
He's supposed to be fighting. Crawley he's a up. That's up boy up,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like Crawley, but I'm not crazy about Crawley. What his name? Cody Crawley.
Yeah, Cody Crawley. Yeah.
But he can, he got some nice, decent skills. But he, of course, Boots gonna, he can't deal with no Boots. Cody Crawley, but of course, I would like to see him have fought Virgil Ortiz before he moved up. I would have loved to seen that.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see Virgil Ortiz. I would have loved Stanionis. Love to see him fight Stanionis. These are the top guys right now of that division, unless I'm missing somebody. I'm trying to think. But they keep talking about they trying to push Devin Haney in the ring with Jerron Boots. And I was like, where is that coming from? That don't even make sense. That sounds like some casual fan shit.
Nah, that's almost like the jump that you would see with Bud facing Canelo. It's such a vast difference in size.
Right.
And although they can make it up, if they don't cut the weight, if you guys who go up in weight strategically, they build their power up to go along with that, as well as the skills. And then for someone like Devin, he ain't even really hit his grown man strength yet.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna give you one name and I'm gonna drop off, Pool. I think Boots should if they make the Crowley fight, I think that'll be good for him. I'd like to see him go ahead and call out the dude, what's his name, Connor Ben, out of the UK.
Oh hell
yeah,
no.
which it ain't necessarily the most competitive, but
well, you know what I'm saying. You can't trust the dude, man. I mean, this dude. I mean, he got a nuclear bomb test in his damn blood system, man. This dude stay. You know what I'm saying? He stay dirty. Fucked up. You know what I'm saying? He stay dirty. It's like, see, and we're not gonna be happy until one of these drug monsters, knock out somebody with a great career and damage his career. Just like Adrian Bronner career got damaged with them fucked up gloves by Madonna.
Oh man, when he fought Madonna. Yeah.
Right. Fuck that man career up. It'll be the same thing. He gonna come in there with that nuclear waste in his system. And you can't stop him. He gonna throw 2,000 punches around, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to be like, oh, he's so great. You know what I'm saying? Because when you break down a great black fighter, they don't give a damn what you use. I said it. When you fight a great black fighter, look what they let Tyson Fury. He get to lead the country without taking Vada. You know what I'm saying? Every time he only power up against Wilder. That didn't surprise nobody. He only got power when he fight Wilder.
Yeah, that's true, because he ain't dropped nobody else.
Right. He be hitting other people 15 times and they still be standing there. Still be standing. But he hit Wilder, he all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on now. Come on now. He ain't got no power in no other fight except for with Wilder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like people, and they kill me when they're not honest, man. It's like, come on, man. The only way this thing of ours, our Costa Nostra, the only way it's gonna work is if we're honest. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes this fun. Whether your guy win or not. Be real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're men, you know what I'm saying? Then you get real bragging rights. Two guys fight in their prime on even grounds, not one guy is weight drained or one guy is coming off, without, sparring or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, we want to see two champions. Both guys have an even amount of time to get themselves together, coming off victories and this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But these guys are so happy when somebody's at a disadvantage. I'm like, bro, that kills the fight.
It kills the fight. Yeah.
That's
what we miss. Now we get those matchups again for the guys who are coming up, the prospects, guys who are up and coming. You get those matchups, and I love that. To me, that's where boxing is right now, is at its purest. Again, we saw that this past weekend, and that man said,
that's why I'm on here now, because of that fight. That got my juices flowing again. When I saw that, I was like, man, I should have been covering that, man.
Yeah. He bit down on that mouthpiece, man, and he said, I gotta win. I mean, at the last few seconds in the 12th round, I mean, you can't write a better script. So we got some good young talent coming through
Mm-hmm.
the ranks right now, and then again, let's see what Amazon Prime, PBC, what they put together. They probably gonna put their schedule out after the Zoo Keith Thurman matchup, and I think they're gonna give us some good fights this year. We
But you
should be
didn't
looking
tell me who you thought won win that fight, though. You didn't tell me that.
against who? Oh, Thurman and Zoo.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I'm putting some money on Zoo, man. I like Zoo. I like Zoo. Zoo has looked better and better in all of his last 4 or 5 matchups, and he's continued to show improvement. And the most important thing
Oh,
is
Carly pulled that.
the man has stayed active. So you can't buy that. You can't buy activity. You can't trade for it. You either active or you not. And that man, I think he fought 2 or 3 times last year.
Mm-hmm.
And
He
he was
hungry.
trying to fight Jermell for over a year. Remember, that fight was inked, but they called it off because Jermell had broke his hand. You know what I'm saying? So he would have had his big fight a couple years ago. It just didn't work out for him. But I think the dude is ready, man. I think he's ready to seize the moment. And I like Keith Thurman's skills, but man, Keith is from the old guard, man.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
and shit, man, you can't keep talking all that shit thinking you going come in and like you was when you fought Danny. They showing them old clips. Man, that was
Yeah, I saw
7 years
that.
ago.
I saw that. I saw that. I was like, come on, man. I was like, if that Keith was fighting Tim Zoo 2017 Keith,
Mm-hmm.
I would have said, yeah, Keith would
Yeah,
knock him out. But that's Keith. That Keith can only show up in spurts.
that's it. Yeah. Yeah. That gas tank ain't gonna be the same, man. I'm telling you.
Right.
Inactive and
And
age. Come on, man.
I don't understand how they can't see Tim Zoo right hand. He only got a right hand, man. It's like, I mean, he can crack with the left too, but the
Yeah.
way he telegraphed that right, I don't understand how he keep connecting that. He loads up on that shit too and
That
connect.
footwork,
He's
man.
not that.
That footwork. It's that footwork, man. He that footwork is pretty decent, but
Mhm.
it's gonna be a entertaining fight. I will say that. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be entertaining. I'm definitely looking forward to see Pitbull. This is probably his
Oh, yeah.
last opportunity to show whether or not he deserves to be mentioned, or he's just a middle of the pack guy who does well
Mhm.
against guys who stand in front of him. And if he gets him on against the ropes, then he gonna look like Mike Tyson. But other than that, he's an average fighter. But again, just looking forward to seeing some of these matchups.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you
who you
know,
want to see Stevenson fight?
Stevenson, I think, need to be clamoring to fight the winner of Kambosos,
Hmm.
Lomachenko.
Hmm.
That's on Top Rank. He's with Top Rank. That's at 135. And see, uh, Loma and Kambosos, those are small guys. They're gonna be 135 till they retire. So they ain't gotta
Hmm.
worry about them, phasing out or wanting to go to 140. That ain't gonna happen.
Hmm.
Um, I think he needs to be looking for that winner. And in the meantime, I don't know which sanctioning body. Matter of fact, he's a WBC champion, so he should be looking to face whoever is number one in that sanctioning body right now, the number one competitor. Frank, he ain't in that no more. Frank in the WBA now. Now that supposedly he gonna fight Tank. He got out the WBC.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but
Yeah.
either way, he gonna win because nobody really want to fight Stevenson. I think Frank will fight him.
Oh, you
Uh,
know what? Let me shit. Stevenson should run his last fight back. He need to run that back.
hmm
That'll be a
That's what I
good,
thought you was gonna say.
yeah, that'll be a good stay busy fight for him. You know what I'm saying? Again, man, these guys got to stay active, man. And if he can win convincingly, great. But if that other guy wants to come in and really knuckle up, and them guys stop doing all that, I ain't mad about the footwork and the hit. Don't get hit. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But at some
Mhm.
point, you got to be willing to want to engage to some extent. you know. But again, I ain't no pro boxer, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But I'm just saying it from the perspective of, do you want a convincing win, or you just want to, get on your way and skate out with a victory? And that's
That's
the
what he
one
wants.
thing. That's the one thing we can't take away from Bud Crawford. Is in all of his fights, whether his opponents were lesser than him or not, he got him out of there. And that's to be credited no matter who he faced, because
Right.
that's something that he's maintained. Whereas Shakur's last fight, you like, man, I don't know who won that fight. So,
Right.
yeah.
But I mean, what he's looking for. Well, I can't fault him because he did come in 2008. It's been in a long time. I just don't like the way these guys move, man. It's like they don't have the passion. He said, even the remix said if he lost his pops, I'd fall back, but his power's still there. So plus he's better natural boxer. I'm rolling with old Keith. Well, how y'all still got the? It's like AB Key. They got an undying fan base.
Yeah, them guys, they're gonna follow him. I mean, again, that probably was, again, and going back to what I said earlier, these eras of boxing, the pay-per-view era of the early 90s, you know what I mean? The AB switch boxes, them Tyson
Mm-hmm.
and Holyfield and Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe and all them guys when they fought. And then you get to this new era now. But if we go back to that time frame of maybe 2010, because remember, AB fought Maidana in 2012, December
Wow.
2012. So, I
Wow.
mean, that's over 10 years ago. So that was an error from like 2010 or maybe
Mm-hmm.
'08 to probably 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
You had some good fights that necessarily weren't pay-per-view. AB Maidana wasn't pay-per-view. Danny
Mm-hmm.
Garcia and Keith Thurman, that wasn't pay-per-view. Sean
And
Porter
see,
and mm-hmm.
for me, like, because I'm an older dude, so around 2000s, I'm saying this was Floyd Mayweather still building his career.
He was still building.
It was still, and that's been like damn 20 years, bro, ago. For me, it just seemed
Yeah.
like it's like it was just yesterday. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, 2004, 2005. You know what I'm saying? So boxing goes by quick, y'all. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's like for these guys to be messing around, fighting once a year, not really, getting it in,
Mm-hmm.
and either somebody taking a loss and coming back and fighting again. We're missing a whole era of boxing.
You missing the
What
whole
it-
area. That's it. You hit the
we're-
nail on the head. Yep.
and it's disgusting to me because that's why look like Errol Spence Jr. hardly fought. You know what I'm saying? Even though he fought more than most,
Mm-hmm.
this is because they take too long to get back in the ring.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We only got so many. Look how many fights Floyd fought versus the dudes from the past to the dudes to now.
Yeah.
They don't even. I mean, 28, 30. These guys ain't getting 30 fights. You know what I'm saying? Even though Sugar Ray Leonard didn't get that many fights either. But look at the quality of dudes he
Quality
fought.
of opponent. Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at the quality of opponent. It will shorten your career.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell what kind of fighter career he had by how many goddamn fights he got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like these dudes, you know what I'm saying, that I mean, well, Ali was just tough, and he fought a lot of fights he shouldn't have fought. Took a
Mm-hmm.
lot of punishment. But you could tell, man, by the quality of opponents. That's why Hagler never had to leave middleweight. People
Yeah.
always talking about, I don't, when people make that argument that somebody is a champion multiple weight division, well, they're sorry champions in multiple weight divisions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God damn it, it's sorry ass champions. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean nothing that you went up if the champion at the next level ain't as good as you.
Mm-hmm.
So so I hate the bullshit, bro. Oh, he's not a multi-division champ, bro. That don't mean shit.
Yeah.
What really means something if those multi-division champions that they won the belt from was tough dudes. If they wasn't tough dudes, that shit don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Hagler had to fought killers at goddamn middleweight.
Well, again, going back to that era, man, them guys was fighting for more than just that championship.
Right.
They was fighting for livelihood, which these guys are current day too. But you got to take into account the dynamic of the United States back then and the black
Yeah,
man's place in United
yeah.
States back then. It was still a lot of bullshit
Motherfucker were
and a
coming
lot
from
of
under the
things we
dumpster.
was yeah. Um so but again, Floyd fought twice a year. And again, Canelo, he fights twice a year. If these guys commit to at least fighting twice a year, and I'm talking about the top echelon, either
Mm-hmm.
champion belt holders or top competitors like your Frank Martins, uh, so on and so forth. If they fight at least twice a year, man, I think that's about the best we can do. But that would be good. But this once a year type stuff,
Right. It's killing them. It's
it's
killing
draining the
them.
sport, man. It's draining the sport, and because UFC shit, some of their champions, uh, I mean, Israel Adesanya,
Hey, one hoop zone. What's up, bro?
he was
Mm-hmm.
fighting what two, 3 times a year, maybe four.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
they staying active, man. So I don't
And,
know,
and
Paul.
and that's the key. You just said it, man. Staying active. That's half the
Exactly.
battle.
Yeah.
That's half
Yeah.
the battle. Well, you have to keep getting in shape and keep trying to
Having
stay
fat
sharp.
camps. Yep.
Yeah, man. That's just like, bro, we missing a lot here because
Mm-hmm.
we don't have the quality of professionals.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they get a big bag, they're tired of doing the shit. And
Well,
it's
that's
like,
what we see with Jamel, and at least I'll say Jamel right now. I think
mhm,
Jamel done, man.
yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. So, and we give them a lot of credit. You know what I'm saying? We give them a lot of because we love the sport so much,
Yeah.
but they're not the same caliber of fighters. You know what I'm saying? They're not here to stay.
Mm-mm.
Even though they got the ability in them, but the closer, like you said, the more money you make, the harder it is to train.
Yeah.
Like Hagler was saying. And I always come back to what Hagler said. It's hard to keep that discipline,
Yeah.
when you when
Yeah.
you when you want to go chill in your mansion,
Yep. Wearing
with that
silk pajamas, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And living
And
that fine life, and them guys who got them pretty ladies on their
BBL,
arm, you know what I'm
got the
saying? It
BBL,
costs to keep them pretty ladies, you know what I'm saying?
and
They got to take
yeah,
them more trips, and
Thurman fight enough to
yeah,
get that Belkin, what do they call it, Birkin bag. Then
yeah.
he disappeared because when they fought, they kept talking about Thurman was going to be here
Mm-hmm.
after he fought Marius Barrios. And I was sitting here, I said, man, y'all ain't going to see Thurman after this shit.
Oh,
I
and
said,
that
y'all,
that was what? That was early last year, was it not?
what's
Or
it,
was that
last year?
2022?
That's like 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That was 2022.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said, y'all ain't going to see Thurman again. He just came out to buy a Birkin bag, getting them money. You know what I'm saying? Buy a Birkin bag for a while. Y'all ain't going to see Thurman no more. And sure
Yeah.
enough, he disappeared, man. I was
Yeah.
just like, man, I said, man, what's going on with boxing, man? It's like these guys are not hungry, man.
Yeah.
It's just a hustle. It's like a hustle or something.
Yeah. But let's look forward though. Again, I think
Hmm.
PBC gonna give us a schedule soon, and hopefully we gonna have Earl on that schedule. We have maybe Bud. I know Bud moved on from PBC, but I don't know who he might end up fighting with the Saudis, and getting that bag. That's what he's interested in. But
Hmm.
whoever they fight, man, I just want to see some good matchups. We get the Tank announcement. That'll be great. We got the Devin Ryan fight coming up. Don't cancel it. Don't postpone it. If Ryan is tripping, then he gonna take that L. And boxing shall move on. We need to see Shakur get inked up and get on a new fight for this year. We'd like to see him fight twice. Um, we like to see Boots, you know what I'm saying? And the Crowley
Yeah,
fight, they're gonna make that. Let's see that. So man, we get that. Oh, and I didn't even mention, man. Shit, we got 3 Russell brothers. We got Mr. Gary Russell, Gary Antoine, and I can't think of the other Gary Russell middle name, but all 3 of them need to fight this year. I think that'd be great to see them guys get back active again.
hmm, yeah, most definitely. But that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't understand why it's taking so long. They got so many fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Say even intermediate fighters. You don't have to have the best. Just some of the guys down the ranking. Put
Yeah,
on those fights.
yeah.
Because that's entertaining too. You don't have to go all out every time. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Well, somebody took a risk and put Raymond Ford on, right? And look what we got. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he rose to
Raymond,
the moment. Yep,
yeah,
yep.
yeah. Raymond Ford was not that dude, bro, that you want to see fight. He fought like Stevenson,
Hmm.
right? I
Yeah,
mean, he was up with that little ticky tack shit. He was fighting like an amateur. And look, he came out and gave us one of the most exciting fights of the year.
yes,
And
sir.
he did his thing, man. It's like that's boxing. That bring us content creators to have something to come out here and talk about.
Right.
Somehow, what I'm saying, have some, what I'm saying, some warriors, what I'm saying, to promote and put
Yeah.
on the map. Um, these champions, what they doing now, they just trying to get a bag, man.
And let me say this. I ain't mad at them for wanting to get that bag because at the end of the day, they got to pay their trainers, they got to pay their staff, and they don't get paid until they fight. You know what I'm saying? Unless
Hmm.
they get in advances, but then they got to pay that back anyway, and that's not even the way
Right.
to really do business. But at the end of the day, I get it. We want them to get the bag, and that's why I even was on Knockout 86's channel the other day, and I mentioned to him. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the Haney Ryan fight. I don't like neither one of them. I'm a Tank fan. I think Haney and Ryan both are kind of goofy, but they are good competitive fighters. Obviously, Haney is a champion. All respect to them. But me as a fan of the sport, I'm like, let me do my part, be that one among others who pays for the pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying, just so it can be counted and be a part of showing that there is fan support out here. So I mean that's what I mean, I got a fire stick. You know what I'm saying? I know what
Hmm.
it looks like to, you know, pipe them Jones in. But at the end of the day, you know, I do still want to see the best fights out here. And because I like to get on your platform and I like to get on KO's platform, I want to make sure that the more people get to know you and you evangelize your platform and grow it, man. I want me and everybody else, man. We got to buy these fights, man, and you know what I'm saying, make sure that we keep the sport alive from the fan perspective. If you can
Yeah.
go to the fights or whatever. But if you're going, you know what I'm saying, pay for the big ones, go ahead, pay for the big ones, and let's see if we can help, make more of these fights.
Now I'm trying to figure out what I'm saying. For some reason I can't see before Errol Spence Jr. before he lost. Derek James was hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't hear nothing from that camp. What is going on? It's like I don't hear nothing. I mean, I just saw that it was Errol Spence Jr. birthday, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I saw him
Right.
doing something at high schools. He's doing like interpersonal work. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking to the youth. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Getting these weird plats. This generation. You know what I'm saying? Getting his hair done weird, whatever. Yeah, I guess he's Jamaican, so. But I'm just like, what? Where is he boxing anymore? He keep people telling me he retired. Telling me, Terrence Crawford retired him. What the fuck happened with the rematch? It's like what? I just don't get it, man. It's just to me, it just seemed like things are falling through the cracks. Somebody just said Cody Crawley, he opted out the damn fight. It's like we
Oh
can't
wow.
trust. Yeah, it's
Wow.
like, bro, when they mention a fight, and I
Yeah.
used to come on here and be like, such and such fight. Oh man, he backed out the fight, and it's
Mm.
like you can't really trust that these fights is gonna happen in this era. It's like you got to actually wait till you start seeing them in the press conference because
Yeah.
people back out, and I'm just like, what's going on with Eric? Is he fighting anymore, or is he trying to recuperate from the eye surgery? No,
Right.
he didn't even put that out there. Like, I'm saying, yeah, I'll be
Well,
back.
Earl ain't put nothing out there at all for the
That's
fans.
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
and I ain't gonna hold you. I bought 2 shirts, a hat. You understand, for his,
Right,
the fight of the decade when he fought Bud, and I mean, what we was talking about on your platform, man. We
right.
majority of folks here was saying, man, we really wanted to see Earl of course, be victorious. But if for anything, man, we just want to see you perform to the best of your ability. I don't think we got that. But at the end of the day, it'd be nice, if he starts kind of getting a little active again. Um,
Do,
and
do you
letting us
think? Do
know
you
if
think?
he's
Do you
retired
think?
or
Do you think
what.
he one of them dudes that just got the money and just kind of fell off? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? From
I think Earl cashed out, bro, because I mean, if you really look at the way he was pushing that merch for the Bud fight, he was
mm,
pushing that merch hard, man. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? And I mean, here it is. I'm going to a fight party. I got the Earl Spence shirt on, the hat, and nigga get your ass whooped like that. You got niggas out here looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but he good because he done got that bag, and he got a bag from selling all that merch too. Don't get it twisted. Earl
oh
made a
yeah,
mint selling all that merch.
oh yeah, especially in
Yeah,
Dallas. Everybody, what are you from? DeSoto got a damn Earl
DeSoto,
Spence
yeah.
Jr. shirt. Yeah, everybody, because I live down there,
Okay,
so
yeah.
I already know.
I think I ain't gonna hold you, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Earl cashed out, but I will say in the pictures they showed from him speaking at the high school,
Zach B in the
he he
building. What's up, bro?
he he looked healthy.
Andre.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't look
Yeah, he do.
overweight. He looked healthy. So maybe he's working out. But we'll see again if the Frank Tank fight gets announced. He fights under man down. So Earl gonna have to be there. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
because he was there when he fought the other Frank's last opponent, and Earl was there speaking for him. So I look forward to him making a couple of appearances soon. And at this point, Earl might be saying he might do like I think Bud is going to do. They want that Saudi bag. They probably want one or two more good fights for 20 plus million. And I mean, them guys, they done, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing about Errol Spence, didn't I? This is something that I have to give it up to him for. He lost the fight and he went
Mm-hmm.
out there, beat up, you know what I'm saying, in front of the camera.
Yeah,
And he sat there in front of the camera.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying, bro? That tells you a lot. For a lot of these little pussy punk ass fans out there, they don't understand. That man went out there fucked up after the fight with black eyes,
No
tore up,
shades. Yeah,
no shade, sat there and sat right in it in the humiliation.
answered
You know what I'm
every
saying?
question. He wasn't rushing no answers to the questions.
Right.
He yeah, congratulated Bud a couple times.
And
Absolutely.
that don't mean nothing to them. They don't see how real that dude is. They don't see.
Yeah, stand
I
up
was
dude,
like,
man.
I've
Stand up.
seen
I'm
press
still I'm still an Earl
conferences
Spence
where,
fan.
yeah, I've seen press conferences where the guy, it was a big, saying animosity between them, and when they get beat, they disappear. Saying they don't even come to the press.
Yeah,
Saying they
yeah.
dip out. Oh, he had to go to the hospital. No, nigga, you don't want to go out there and face them people because you got your hair whipped. That's what it is.
That well, you make me think of when Broner fought Mike Donna, and it wasn't no post fight commentary with that one. And again, yeah, we know Mike Donna's gloves was definitely not appropriate and did not
Mm-hmm.
meet the standard for what was legal. But at the end of the day, it would have been nice to have heard from Broner. You know what I'm saying? Say a few
Mm-hmm.
words or whatever. But I'm gonna leave you on this note, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think what really threw AB's career off, it wasn't necessarily losing to Maidana. It
Mm-hmm.
was because he couldn't get his get back. And if I'm not mistaken, he and Maidana, I think, I could be wrong. I think they were looking to he was trying to rematch him, but out of the blue, Floyd picked Maidana as his next opponent. I think that was in 2013. So you know what I'm saying? Mike Donna was no longer available to AB, right? And so AB had to start from the bottom, and that's where he fought Joe Molina, if I'm not mistaken, on the undercard of Floyd and Mike Donna. But I really would have liked to have seen AB get that rematch shot because that was his opportunity to still ride that upper trajectory of his career
Yeah.
as kind of the new Floyd's understudy or whatever.
Right.
But I think ever since then he ain't never been the same, man. Ain't never
Yeah.
been the same.
Well, one thing about it, Madonna said that he never been hit as hard um,
Yep.
by anybody except for AB. They said AB had serious power, bro.
Oh, that was a
He
hell of
was
a fight. Yeah.
hmm
That
he
was
was coming back at the end. He had
even though
Madonna
he
in
got
trouble.
knocked down twice, them last 4 rounds, I think he
Mm-hmm.
got knocked down in the 8th or the 9th. Them last 4 rounds, man, them was a hell of a rounds, man. Hell of a rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me see your picture, most hated.
All right, Paul, I'm out, man. Thank you, man.
All right,
Salute
my
to the
brother.
chat. Salute to the panel.
Let me see your face, bro. I mean, come on now, stop playing. Stop playing. Let me see your face. Okay. What's going on, man?
What's good, Pug Counter?
Oh, what's happening, man? We
Shalom,
just
King.
talk.
How you?
I'm just. Are you shocked by how boxing going now today, bro?
No, of course not. I'm not sharp, my G. You know, it's just like the shenanigans is on another level. You know, you get the boxing fans on one level mad at Devin Haney them team for moving the way they moving. Then you got Floyd out here moving the way he moving. I mean, you got Canelo 1 minute say he not gonna fight the Mexican monster. Now tomorrow he gonna fight him. But
Mm,
one thing as far as a boxing fan though, Pug Counter, I'm happy for me.
mm,
Because a lot of these dudes is getting cornered now. And that's what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing Canelo getting cornered with the Mexican monster.
yeah.
A minute Tank gonna be cornered with Devin Haney. He gonna have to fight. Terrence Crawford did a number with Earl Spence. I mean, boxing as a fan, we should be happy, but the shenanigan and the buffoonery
Yeah.
is on another level, my G.
Isn't it
That shit
though?
is on another
I,
level.
I'm
You
like
got
looking
Ryan.
at these. Go ahead. Go
Look at
ahead. Go
Ryan.
ahead.
Look at Ryan right now, though, man. That if that ain't the next level bullshit to boxing, I mean, you can't expect nothing less from Ryan, though, my G. I mean, Ryan has Ryan shown you something different from what he's shown me, and what he's shown me now is the same Ryan. Ryan been scared of big fights since day one. They talk about he a 15 amateur superstar, all that bullshit. Bill one-time world champion, Pull Counter. For
Mm,
many years, he was Devin Haney mandatory when they was down there at 135. He ain't capitalized on that. Now it's his time to capitalize on it again, and he going back to them shenanigans,
mm.
the buffoonery.
Well, I mean, one thing about it is, see, this is my thing. I don't care about the sparring. I don't care about who putting out what. Long as he going for the best fights, you know what I'm saying. Long as he's pushing boxing forward and he's backing up what he's talking, you know what I'm saying. If he get them guys in the ring, that's what I care about. All that other shit, you know, what I'm saying, I don't really care about it. All because it's weird. It's weird to me. It's weird. All this stuff, all this putting sparring
But
sessions off.
look
It's
at
weird.
look at what Linda Ellerby, and I told the dude that they be playing both sides from the middle. Look how Linda Ellerby
Mm.
lied to us, me as a boxing fan, told me that Devin's not doing nothing. He's not marketable enough
Man,
to make the fight. But
this being.
but 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 yeah, this your boy, but I was keeping it calm because I ain't wanted to arouse none of the trolls. They trolling me, poor. I gotta come in real with peace, with respect, because soon as they know, oh, that's him, it's gonna be on. But look how Linda Elderby has lied to us, poor, told us that Devin is not marketable. But yet and still they go reach for Frank Martin. Not the shit on Frank. I'm not saying anything bad towards
Right.
Frank, poor. But what has Frank done that Devin has not done? What has Frank accomplished that Devin has not accomplished? It just don't make no sense.
Frank not gonna ask for $10 million
This
though.
this the part when Bill say they pissing on y'all and telling y'all this, ain't nothing but rain out there. They might well be nothing on them telling them it's snowing in the pool because it's the same shit. I'm like, what? You gonna reach for Frank Martin? I'm thinking they're gonna pull Manny Pacquiao out the clear blue. You feel what I'm saying? This is what I thought they was gonna talk about. But then you're gonna get Frank, and Frank is an accomplished fighter. Not accomplished, but he's an up and rising fighter. Very, he deserving. He's deserving that Tank Davis fight. But Devin been asking for it for many years though. Shalom Queen, who that was though?
That's 2 Cent. That's 2 Cent.
What
What's
up,
going on,
Paul?
2
What up,
Cent?
Chad? What up,
What's
y'all?
happening? What's happening, baby? What's going on? Well, I had to get on back on here. I had a good fight that kind of woke me up. I was like,
Yeah, wasn't that a good one? They had a classic.
woo, man, that's what got my boxing juices going. I was like, because for the last 2 to 3 weeks, it's been like, what the hell I'm watching here? The
Where
hell's
you
going
at, Pud,
on?
though? You on the road though, or you back in the Ville?
No, I'm on the road right now. Well, I'm training. I just came after I had to go to safety training. I got to do step deck, and I got to do a lot of training shit now. Um, but I mean, we're gonna be back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this thing here, I finally got to catch. The reason I didn't watch the top rank shit because they usually have nothing but them setup fights for their stars, and it just I was like, man, I'm not gonna watch this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not gonna watch this bullshit, right? And it ended up being what it was, and I was like, damn.
The one
The
time
what?
you don't watch.
hmm The one time I don't watch, I missed the damn banger, and I was just like, shit, man, that was a good ass fight. Cause dude was like really dealing with Raymond. He was going toe to toe, really keeping up with the speed. As a matter of fact, I think dude had a little bit more hand speed than Raymond Ford. But Raymond Ford, he was trying to put power. I think because he was sitting down on his punches and he was a little slower. Because usually Raymond Ford fights like Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? But in this fight, he sat down on this shit and he looked bigger for some reason. He looked more solid. For some reason, he looked like a little frail little thing when he came in. And it's like, shit, this kid, when he sit down on his punches, that's what I think Devin Haney gonna look like when he start sitting down on his punches. When Devin sit down on his punches, he can hurt you a little bit. He got like Floyd Mayweather type resistant power. You know what I'm saying? And
But Devin don't want to get hit. I think that's why he don't sit down like that. He's not trying to get hit.
He's gonna have to start to once he keep getting heavy shit. He keep gaining weight shit. He gonna have to sit down on his punches. I mean, because you can't move like that. You keep moving up to 154, 147, 154. He might be able to get away with it at 147, but shit, when he hit 154, we're gonna see him take some licks.
I think when he get about 30, by the next 5 years, Devin gonna have to sit down. When he get about 30, he gonna start slowing up on his, on his footwork. But right now,
when he start moving up in
tweaks,
weight,
he's still light on them toes though. Paul. Devin's still showing.
He's young right now.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say later on, by 5 more years, 6 years from now, he's gonna have to sit down and get in that pocket. But right now, he's possessing a sweet science. Hit and not get hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right, Eden. Frank, he ain't no pure boxer. He and with what's his name style, Derek style, he making him an inside, puncher, kind of like a boxer puncher, sort of like fighter. I just hope Derek, is he got the, say he get him back on a good momentum in his camp. I go to his page and he's into a lot of things, man. I don't see a lot of training videos and stuff, but I see Frank in the gym a lot. I don't see.
I don't think he put up stuff on social media like that though.
Mm-hmm. Who that, Derek?
Yeah.
I be seeing him jogging. Say if you go to his personal page, he be jogging and be having these affirmations and shit. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? He's proud that he done dropped his little weight and shit. And I'm like, okay. So make sure you get them boys right, because he got Anthony Joshua looking a little bit sharper. But
he got Joshua looking good. Only for him to leave and get a credit to somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's looking a little bit sharper. But I want him to get everybody right. You know what I'm saying? He got to learn how to spread wealth, and organize that shit, man. So, because you don't let your star pupil. What's Canelo's coach name? Eddie what's his name? Reynoso. Yeah, he's not gonna let Canelo fall off if he got Ryan Garcia or if he got Valdez, you know what I'm saying? He'll let them niggas go out there and get knocked out, but he ain't gonna let Canelo get knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not as far as with the getting knocked out thing, but it let him go out there and do these things that's not healthy to the sport. As far as Canelo, with this juicing up, Earl got Charlo them over here not taking the sport seriously, smoking weed, drinking. You don't do this type of shit. You can't play boxing. Well, we know that. You go in the
Why
ring.
nobody else? Canelo drink too. The man got a whole liquor company.
He's not excluded. I started off with him in the juice. I started with him with the steroids and the pegs, Queen. Because Canelo is man, that motherfucker need to be banned from the sport. But he get a pass though, Queen. They sit here and get this motherfucker a pass to the sport. He done cheated, and they done rearranged the cheating scales for Canelo. Anybody else would have still been banned from the sport. The shit he done did. Come on, man. But to speak of my favorite fighters, the Earls, the motherfucking Charlos, they need to take it more serious though, Queen. Because they ain't taking it serious though. You can't be out here. Okay, it's a time for everything. But when you get in the ring, ain't time to party, Queen. It ain't time for that type of shit.
Now this is interesting. This is Frank been very quiet and playing his role. Says Tank is showing Dev how much he needs him. That's kind of interesting. You know what I'm saying? Why he got the fight as to why.
I don't think that fight gonna happen, y'all.
Really?
It's gonna happen. I think this tape here, this sparring tape, gonna come back and bite. If Ryan show up to the ring 420 and Devin put on a spectacular show, man, it's bound to happen. Even if Devin and your boy Barbosa have to fill in. Either way, the doors is getting cornered on that motherfucking Leonard Edeby, Floyd Mayweather, and yours truly, Tank Davis. They're gonna have to eat because everybody, y'all pissing on the people, talking about it's raining. When you sit up there saying Devin is not marketable. The man don't sell out nothing. He don't do this, but yet instead they go pull Frank Martin, though, Queen. Just look at what they said and what they do.
But it's that's because Frank Martin. But that's because Frank Martin.
No, I'm not taking nothing for Frank, Queen.
No. Wait. Let me tell you why though. Let me tell you the difference. Frank Martin is an in-house fight, one, and Frank Martin ain't gonna ask for the amount of money that Devin is gonna ask for. That's the difference.
Devin ain't outpricing himself though. I ain't gonna use that. Everybody.
That's why he said he's not marketable.
The boxing world Tank is the super duper quadruple A side. Everybody know that. He the A side of Canelo. Right now, if Tank and Canelo fight, Tank is the A side. Yeah. Tank did one. Canelo ain't did a million. Canelo ain't did a million pull. Canelo ain't did a million pay-per-view since Golovkin fight though, G. This business, if we gonna just say, if we gonna turn the pocket, if we gonna do accounting, if we gonna do Leonard Edeby job, you gonna have to favor Tank in that matter. You got to. He done sold out, and look what he did. You got to get it to him. Canelo ain't did them numbers. I mean, he's marketable. He's doing 800, 600, 700. He doing them numbers, but he ain't did what this young dude out of Baltimore just done.
Bill said they want $20 million for the fight.
Not just, I don't know. I'm not gonna go into that because I don't know exactly what Bill I'm saying, but I know they want to be treated fairly. I'm pretty sure with the work Devin done put in, everybody know that he need to be served fairly. Or just to sit there and say he deserved 15% of the whole entire pie is just like ridiculous, though, Queen.
But you know what, Paul? I did a video about this with Terrence Crawford. It seemed like people get mixed up. Like when they making a fight, whatever formula they use and they put in for whatever numbers you produce, I feel like that's how they figuring out how they paying you. Your accolades don't necessarily translate. You can't just be like, oh, I deserve this. No, what are you earning? What have you earned? It's not about how you feel. What did your last fight do? Yeah, it's not about your accolades and this and that. That's not how it works. And I feel like a lot of people
how it works. What you said
mixed up and misconstrued.
What you saying is that's exactly how it works. And they do that with everything. They do that with entertainers. They do it with sports. Cat Williams will say the same shit. That's how they generate how much they're gonna pay you. Netflix them paying these people. This is how they market you. But just to say though, Queen, I'm glad you brought that back up, and I'm gonna go back to the Frank one. And I'm not shitting on Frank. It's just what they telling us. Me as a boxing fan, Queen, with Leonard Elderby and the Floyd, them saying that Devin is not marketable enough. But then you go get all these Uber drivers. I'm not saying Frank is no Uber driver. If you take the Hector Garcia, who the fuck is this motherfucker? And these other motherfuckers that they be reaching for. I mean, Tank. I mean, if you look, Tank, they did a wonderful job.
Let me say this before I forget, but that probably make a lot of sense, Ben, because I was like wondering why Frank turned down the fight with Shakur. But if y'all think about this, we're kind of just missing it, because let's say somebody gets you at $200,000, right? And let's say that shit become fight of the year. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Let's say it just do average or whatever. Let's say Shakur and Frank, if they had fought, they got him. He made $200,000. That means whatever his next fight is, it's gonna be, they're gonna offer him $200,000 or a little bit more. So whatever they get you at, you got to think about your next fight, because they're gonna be looking at what you made. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you trying to touch them M's. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody got you at $200,000 your last fight, that's what they're gonna offer you the next fight.
No, it does. It don't work that, because if that fight generate money with that your last fight, if it generate
what I'm saying, if it's done average, because them guys are average, they're not gonna do like Ryan Garcia and Tank. You see what I'm saying? Like Shakur Stevenson and Frank fight ain't gonna do what a Tank, and Ryan Garcia fight. You know that. You know what I'm saying? So if the fight just do average, just an average, paper, well, they probably not gonna put that on pay-per-view, number one. You know what I'm saying? They probably, I don't know. I mean, the way they got shit going now, shit, they put anything on that.
You talk about Tank and Frank?
No, I was talking about like Frank, if he would have fought Shakur. Remember, he backed out that fight because they offered him like 200,000 or something. I think they offered him 200,000, and well, you would be stuck at 200,000, because that fight ain't gonna do no damn numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody don't know who Frank Martin is, and nobody really, some people know who Shakur is, but he ain't no star like Tank. So that fight probably not gonna do that well. And if they got you for 200,000, you're gonna be stuck with that as a bargaining chip for your next fight. And let's say you get a big fight with Tank, they can lowball you now, and they can legally lowball you. You know what I'm saying? Because your best fight ain't even been over 200,000. You see what I'm saying? Y'all kind of follow the logic I'm trying to put out there.
Yeah.
God damn it, y'all just gonna leave a nigga hanging.
Yeah, I see what you I see what you're saying. But I felt when he turned down that fight with Shakur Stevenson, I felt like he must be about to fight Tank next. Because see, think about it. They wanted to pay him a flat fee, but if he fight Tank, he gonna get whatever guarantee they gonna pay him, which I've heard is $1.2 million, plus he gonna make money on the back end. So he gonna make way more money fighting Tank than he will fighting Shakur.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you just know that off marketability and Tank being a cash cow. Shit, you already know who. Tank could fight the goddamn janitor and shit and make money.
And that's right. Who else is this? Who I'm talking to? What's your name, sir?
Oh, that's Ben Judah. Ben Judah.
No, Ben Israel. Not Ben Judah.
Okay. Oh, not Ben Judah. God damn it, I get you two mixed up.
And that's what I was saying about the difference between these other fighters like your Hector Garcias and your Frank Martin. They taking a $1.2 million guarantee. Devin on a $10 million guarantee. And if you want a guarantee like that, you have to bring more to the table. You can't just get a $10 million guarantee off of what I'm doing because you was undisputed at 135. No, it don't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's just that though. I think there's a lot of animosity going on over there with the Mayweather camp and the Leonard Elderby towards the young phenom Devin Haney. I think in the end they're gonna sit down and gonna bring this fight to fruition. The fans gonna demand it. This tape, I'm loving the tape. It's showing me everything I need to see. I was telling dude, yeah, Tank did everything, but I ain't see the knockout though. I ain't see the stop. I seen everything. Your boy jumping in the ring. I ain't see him. The shit that Banana did, the J-Rock pull counter had him with them eyes in the back of his head. Yeah, I thought I was gonna see that type of shit. I ain't see that. And I don't care nothing about, if they had 8 ounce, I want the 8 ounce with Devin. Because if when I was riding with Tank though, and I was saying enough of this dude talking shit, because I'm only have a dude selling me out so much. I'm pulling up at your mama house. I'm gonna bring
Damn.
gas out, pull. I'm gonna pull up at your daddy crib, your mom. I'm gonna go to somebody crib that I know you're gonna come out with the smoke. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm saying,
Mhm.
damn, y'all still don't get Devin. I feel Tank got enough abilities to knock, he got it. But I also feel that Devin possessed enough ring IQ or ring generalship to keep Tank at bay for 12 rounds and to win on a point system. You
But
feel what I'm saying?
you don't see that Devin trying to get as big as he could possibly get to fight Tank.
With or without Tank, if they keep moving Devin the way they're moving, Floyd gonna be knocking on Devin though in a minute, bro. And they doing a phenomenal job. I don't know if they realize what they doing, because Devin is moving like they think Tank supposed to be moving. For real. He fighting all them names, bro.
What do
All them
y'all?
names.
Let
Like,
me ask you
What
this.
names, bro?
Let
what
me
they,
ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think that Floyd Mayweather had something to do with that footage that being leaked? This his
of course.
sparring being leaked.
Of course, man. You know
I
that,
think.
boy.
What about you, 2 Cent? You think Floyd had anything to do? I think I seen that posted on your channel.
No, I had that thing posted where he said Floyd was giving him the torch or some shit like that. But I'm like, is Floyd giving you the torch or is he hating on you? Which one is it? It can't be both.
I'm talking about
But
when I'm talking about when Devin said that Floyd has been hating for a long time. This ain't just a start.
I don't think I think that Floyd and Bill got something personal going on. I don't
Mhm.
necessarily think Floyd is hating on Devin as a fighter. I think they got some deeper stuff going on. And Floyd just fucking with Bill.
That's what I'm gonna stand on 2 Cent right there, Paul. Because
Mhm.
for Devin to be born and raised right there at TMT, and for his father himself to be hands-on with the young phenom, and for this shit to be brewing the way it's brewing, it only make dollars. So it's gonna make sense to AKA Dollar Bill had, like Bill like to refer to money made in these days, call him Dollar Bill. I don't know why. I said, but all this is good. It's good entertainment for the people. It's good for boxing. You know what I'm saying? And now it's time to bring them two lions together. And then another thing though, 2 Cents, not just with the Frank Martin fight, they pissed on you, pissed on me. I ain't gonna use you. Forgive me, Queen. They pissed on me as a fan. But then they was entertaining this dude over there with Eddie Hearn. Mr. Egg pulled counter, you forgot?
What about him?
They was entertaining that fight. He was telling motherfucking your boy, man, be quiet, man, while me and Eddie Hearn talk this business. So you thought your boy was gonna go down there to 135 to fight Tank, or they was gonna fight at a catch weight?
They weren't
I
gonna
mean,
fight at
140.
all, bro.
no. I mean, he can't fight at
Conor Ben was
135.
not. Conor Ben can't go down to 135. I mean, the man.
Bro, he was trolling. He was not about to fight Conor Ben.
Oh hell
Okay.
no! I
Troll,
thought you were
troll
talking about.
Devin.
I thought you
Now
were
it's
talking about
time to troll Devin. Ain't no energy with the trolling Devin. You don't be hearing none of this troll talk. You hear straight animosity talk. They got fans going against each other by two millionaire fighters and a billionaire
Man,
promoter.
That's what
Tank don't
boxing
have
is. It's
no
always
reason to
been
be
like that.
afraid of Devin. Tank don't have no reason to be
Don't know, Queen.
apprehensive
I don't
or
know,
afraid to
Queen.
fight Devin. He has no
Human
reason.
human instinct. People are afraid of people. Human instinct. And when they sit up there and tell you these fighters are warriors, they're not afraid. They humans. They are. The same way you get afraid sometimes when you be in your big mansion, Queen, and your king ain't there with you, and you don't got that blicky on you. You be like, let me turn these lights on. What you afraid of then? That's human instinct. That don't make you a coward. I mean, less the queen. That make you aware of your surroundings. It should put these fighters up on themselves. But yeah, instead they turn them more diva than you, Queen. Some of these fighters got more vagina than you got between your legs, and they both have a dick.
But
For real.
why is Tank scared though?
What?
What was he
Right,
scared
right
of?
now. When I left camp with Tank, when I fell off that bandwagon over there, and that's my little dude from Baltimore, Queen. You know what I'm saying? I left that shit because when the energy when he told Devin now, get this shit Papa with George Camboso. You handle your business. I'm gonna talk to Floyd them, and we gonna get this shit fight. Regardless if he was tied in with Top Rank at the time with a 3-fight deal. Top Rank said they was ready to do business with Tank Davis. The world want to do business with Tank Davis. Excellency want to do business with Tank. Eddie Hearn, them people in Japan.
Well, I already know, but what's happening, bro? What's happening? People coming in, man. What's going on? What's going on, King? He must be heard us talk about them. Goddamn it! What's going on,
man? What's going on? You can hear me, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, it's good to see you back on here, man. But
we just had a good banger. You know, after a good banger, I had to bring it on in. Have something to talk about, right?
Right. Salute to the chat. Salute to the panel. Look, Paul, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like, I ain't got much to say on it, but I do want to address the fact that, you know, this little sparring shit that came out. And I'm gonna be real with you. Like anybody, I rock with a lot of people in this community, but what I've been noticing, some of the stuff I hear people saying, I like for people to call the spade, bring, and keep it real no matter what. And if you the type of person that can't look at this whole situation and call it for what it is, because you got people around here, see that's what Tank could do to Devin. That's what Tank could do to Devin. But you're not looking at all the facts. The facts what we have is they had a 30-minute sparring session. They got a highlight tape made of 1:40 of success that Tank Davis had. And you sitting up there telling me, see, that's what Tank could do to Devin. All I'm telling you is, if I ever come to you, Pool, and told you that I sparred somebody for 30 minutes and I only got 1:40 of my success, you know that nigga whooped my ass for 28 minutes. Because that's all I have is 1:40 to show you of what I did. That's my point.
That's what I said earlier. I said, shit, you know what I'm saying? That's why sparring ain't to be taken seriously. Because they took his when he did well and put it on there, but I think Devin came back at the end of this.
Let me put some out there, right? Let me put some out there, because that's the thing about it. What people trying to do is everybody trying to take in their mind and put where this happened. And see all these moments that Tank was doing good. That's the entire sparring session. What I'm trying to tell you is of 30 minutes of footage, that's all the footage they have of Tank Davis having success of Devin. So you can't say, oh, this what happened right then right after that Devin came back. We don't know when all this stuff took place. All we know is that for 28 minutes, Devin dominated. We don't know what part of the 28 minutes Devin dominated. We don't know what part of this took place where Tank Davis hurt Devin and jumped on him. We don't know when none of this happened. So for all we know is, let's say it's 30 minutes. For all we know, Devin jumped out 5 minutes. Tank Davis started doing something. Tank might have hurt Devin in the middle of that sparring session, then got his ass whooped for another 15 minutes straight before he quit. Don't nobody know when this shit happened. Everybody trying to make up what feels best, because what I notice what feels best to Tank fans, they want to say, well, Devin was winning, but then Tank hurt him right then and there. But after that, Tank got tired and quit. All this was right at the end. You don't know how long Tank Davis got his ass whooped straight. He could have got his ass whooped for 15 minutes straight at first, and then another 15 minutes to finish it off. He might have did this shit in the middle. Nobody want to talk about that though. Everybody just want to talk about we seen Devin getting caught, but one thing that's for sure is that everybody who talk about this agree that Devin Haney dominated the majority of their session. Floyd Mayweather Sr. told you that. Devin Haney posted what Floyd said right after the sparring session. He said it was Eddie's setback. You know Eddie don't like Devin. He said Floyd said, what I told you about Devin Haney. He said, yeah, you told me I was going to see a 16-year-old look like a man in there, and I did. What the fuck they tell you?
And that's why that fight gonna come to fruition, though, man. It got people, the Tank fans, the Devin fans, and these, everybody. And this also why they got 3 judges scoring one fight. Three judges, because if you got one judge scoring the fight, they might see it the way people may persuade them to see it. But then you got the other 2 judges also deciding. You got 2 cents, then you got Pud over there too, deciding the fight too. And their opinion does matter. You a boxing fan, it does matter how you feel. I want this motherfucking fight. I don't give a fuck if Tank whooped his ass for the entire 30 minutes. Beat the young phenom. If they're ready to get in there as a professional, fuck sparring, as a professional, put it all on the line, why Tank shouldn't oblige that and knock his ass the fuck out? The killer gorilla from Baltimore, why he should not oblige that? A former undisputed champion. Put that on your resume, because you don't got none of that shit on your resume, my boy. None of it.
I mean, the man fighting Frank Martin, y'all. I mean, that's good enough
It
right
is.
now.
But I'm
No, that's
saying
not.
from what Linda Elderby has told me though, Pull, he told me that Devin don't deserve a tank fight. This is the shit that I'm saying, hold up now. You ain't gonna be sitting there lying to me as a fan of the sport. I got common sense, bro. I know better than that. I know Devin doing better numbers than not the shit on Frank. I don't want this to sound like I'm saying
I
that Frank
mean,
is
don't get me
you
wrong.
know,
I'm not comparing, but what I'm saying
you
is,
got to, because
look,
according to what Linda Elderby
hold
said,
on, man. Hold on for a second. Devin is fighting Ryan Garcia, and Tank is fighting Frank Martin. So they both got good fights. They could fight right after that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to put it to you like that. Why not just fight after those fights? You know what I'm saying? Because I was kind of worried about who Tank. Was he going to fight somebody that was, you know, up to his level? And I think that's an excellent pick with Frank
Yeah, I
Martin
was,
and with Devin. He's got him a pretty good fight with Ryan Garcia, so they could get it on right after that and keep it right on going. If Tank willing to go up to 140 to fight people, I think Devin should be able to meet him. You know what I'm saying? Right there at 140.
Well,
Paul,
no. Well, Devin say he going to 147 after this fight. And how come nobody ever mentioned how they sent Devin the offer, but they said they was going a different direction and going to fight Regis?
they never sent them an offer. That's because that was never verified. You got one side saying they did, and the other
I
side said they
heard
didn't.
Espinoza
Nobody.
say it.
Yeah, you heard Espinoza said, and you heard Bill Haney said he never talked to him.
Of course, why would Espinoza lie about that?
Why would Bill Haney lie about this?
boy,
Bill
that's a
Haney lie
perfect.
about a
Y'all
lot of
got a
stuff,
perfect.
though.
That's a perfect argument right there. What y'all saying, and this what got the boxing world brewing right there. You got two boxing fans. One stand on his fighter word. You stand on Espinosa word. I'm telling y'all to pull back from both of their words and demand both of them. You could demand Espinosa. He could demand Bill. Man, I'm tired of this shit. I told on Kevin pull. I'm tired of all this capping shit. Shut them motherfuckers up. If you tired of this shit, what I'm tired of, unleash. I feel Tank can do this shit, pull. I don't know what they scared of. It kind of got me scratching my head 2 cents.
But Paul, you was talking about the Frank Martin stuff. Now, mind you, bro, that's a good fight because that's one of the ones
Yeah,
all boxing fans always said. We always said if it's not going to be Devin or Shakur fight Frank Martin, right?
that's
But I
right.
mean,
Sure did.
and you brought up the Ryan Garcia and Devin. There's two things I want to point out with that. First of all, this is my opinion, bro. I don't think Tank Davis about to fight Frank Martin. Dead ass. I think he's gonna pull out. If Tank Davis fight Frank Martin, bro, I'm gonna be the first one to praise him and say, bro, you proved me all the way wrong because I don't see you doing it. Even now, I don't see you fighting Frank Martin. So if he do that, I'm gonna have to give him all credit because I don't see him doing it. I don't.
I said if he fight Frank Martin, that'd be the best dude that he ever
Yeah, that's the
fought.
best dude he ever fought. And like I say, that erased all my doubts about Tank Davis because the stuff that I feel about him, what he afraid of, you don't fight Frank Martin if you afraid of what I think he afraid of. You don't fight somebody like Frank Martin. But as far as the Ryan Garcia pool, you seen how that went down. When Devin Haney was first in conversation with Ryan Garcia, Floyd Mayweather fucked that shit up. Ryan Garcia doubled back because Rolly Romero said, fuck you. He was forced to fight Devin Haney. Now he's trying to get out of it again. But this nigga just told the whole world he saw kids getting raped. But this dude talking about the Illuminati. Now, this is my thing about it. Why everything changed with Devin? Nigga, the Illuminati. Oh, my bad. The Illuminati didn't kidnap you when you was fighting, when you had to fight Oscar Duarte. They didn't kidnap you when you was fighting Tank Davis. All of a sudden, you forced to fight Devin Haney after Floyd Mayweather tried to stop it. You forced to fight Devin Haney for a payday. You're getting cold feet because I saw Devin Haney look you in your ass. You bowed down and walked off that stage. Now all of a sudden, you got kidnapped by the Illuminati.
This is the thing with Ryan Garcia, though. Ryan Garcia been letting y'all know he has mental illness issues. And nobody believed this man. He's obviously having either a manic episode or a psychotic break. So him saying he got mental issues.
Trying to get out this fight.
Man, it's deep. This is deeper than trying to get out of a fight, bro. You can easily get out of a fight with an injury. There's no need to do all of this to get out of a fight. He been telling y'all he got mental issues. Obviously, the pressure of these fights is getting to him. He probably don't even need to fight no more. He don't even need to fight no more for real. He needs to be admitted to a hospital. This is not I'm just trying to get out of a fight. I've
That's all.
literally seen this happen.
Let Devin.
Wait, let me finish.
Let
I've literally seen this happen with my own family members. And this is exactly how it looks. He started talking about all kind of shit. He thought he was Jesus Christ. It's the same thing. He's having a psychotic break or some kind of manic episode, and he been telling y'all he got mental issues.
Okay.
You don't have to do this to get out of a fight.
Let Devin push him over the top before you go to that mental hospital. This boxing with me, Queen, ain't based on no sympathy. I ain't hearing none of that soft shit. He talking. All that mental breakdown shit, that shit was there from the beginning. It's gonna be there in the end. He need to man up. I'll take this most sympathy from you. You're a female. I'll be more sympathetic towards you. This motherfucker signed up for the most brutal sport in the game, Queen. I ain't trying to hear none of that weak shit. Let Devin beat his ass up, push his ass over the bridge, then go to the mental hospital after the fight.
But they just trying to diss. What I'm telling you, what y'all not seeing is the pattern. It's always different when it comes to Devin Haney. Because what the thing is, he either gonna pull out this fight. This was gonna be Devin Haney, probably the most lucrative fight. You gonna pull out that like Floyd wanted you to, because Floyd don't want to see Devin have a fight like that. He don't want to see Devin have nothing like that on his resume as he building his way up. He don't want that anyway. He showed y'all that when he tried to cancel it the first time. So you want to discredit him that way, or you gonna come into that fight, get beat up by Devin Haney like you was gonna get beat up by Devin Haney anyway, and the whole world gonna say, well, he had just got kidnapped by the Illuminati. That's the only reason Devin Haney won. Nobody paying attention to money.
Y'all ain't gonna be happy until Dev hit that nigga in the head and he start dancing like the Michigan Frog. You know what I'm saying? And that motherfucker gonna be dancing all the way across that ring, all fucked up, because he's mentally ill. You know what I'm saying?
What's gonna happen? I'm gonna be happy then. That's when I'm gonna be happy, because you know what they say. Because they tell Devin. You know what? After that, they tell Devin to go fight Cerebral. They told him to go type.
Got me on that shit.
Yeah, they say go fight Matias. They say go fight Matias, and Matias got a body on his resume. Give me a minute, Judah. They say Matias got a body on his resume, and Devin is entertaining this type of fight. Whether it be the motherfucker Teofimo Lopez, these other fighters, even after this, whether if your boy, and I hope, I'm praying that Ryan show up. I don't want to hear none of this mental breakdown shit, none of this 2 kids, all that weird shit they be making excuses up with, because he ain't had no excuses with Tank Davis. Since he had a run with Floyd, all this weird ass excuses. Oh, we need to take sympathy.
That is true.
Nigga, what about when motherfucking your boy Deontay Wilder was talking out his head? Niggas ain't said let's have a kumbaya for that, brother.
But he told y'all he was drinking and all kind of shit before the Tank Davis fight.
Man,
he
listen,
just escalating and getting worse.
Ryan signed up for this.
He told 2 Cent be having me. I be trying to like keep it straight, but she be having me on this conspiracy shit for real.
She on her energy up. Yeah, she on some stuff. Hey, what your channel is though, Queen? What that channel is, Pull?
2 Cents Boxing.
2 Cent Boxing.
Oh yeah.
This is my point. I just hate how everybody forget, because I'm gonna tell you the pattern I'm noticing with everybody, whether you a Devin Haney fan or not. One thing that everybody seem to do together is y'all will see stuff different from Devin that's not different from nobody else. Y'all would ignore that. And then when the proof come out later, y'all just act like it never happened. And the proof I'm telling y'all is when Ryan Garcia pull out this fight or lose to Devin Haney, depending on what he do, depending on whether he actually take it or not, what's gonna happen after that? You will never hear Ryan Garcia talk about the Illuminati again. And y'all gonna act like that was never an excuse. Y'all gonna run with this shit. If you put Ryan Garcia is not gonna say this again.
But then, first of all, wait. First of all, nobody was expecting Devin to lose this fight, one, and people was already speculating Ryan was gonna pull out anyway. So it's not nothing happening that nobody thought was gonna happen.
I mean, who thought Ryan Garcia was gonna say he got kidnapped by the Illuminati? Nobody.
No, but they've been saying Ryan ain't gonna show up. Ryan's gonna pull out.
Always different with Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia never been a Bohemian Grove when he was fighting Tank. He didn't go to the Bohemian Grove when he was fighting Luke Campbell. All of a sudden, he done got kidnapped by the Illuminati. He was at the Bohemian Grove. He know all the secrets of the elite. He on Andrew Tate talking about he about to bring all the secret society to the world. He said he got God on his side. This nigga done turned to Jesus overnight when he fighting Devin Haney.
He been telling y'all he got mental illness, so I don't understand.
He look like he Illuminati victim. You know what I'm saying? You know what
they did? Showed that man. He out of that now.
Shit, that mother was
I don't
slick
know.
hand.
Everybody energy just changed when it comes to Devin. Because I remember when they told Devin they wouldn't fight him because he didn't have no belts. He got all of them. They said belts didn't matter no more. Devin dropped all his belts. Now everybody talking about they want to unify and be a champion again.
But what if Devin really not? What? Let's have some accountability for Devin. Like, what if Devin really not even trying to do all this that you think he's trying to do?
What you mean? What you mean if he's not trying to do?
At what point at 35 was he available to fight Tank?
At all times.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. At all times. Every time, yes, he was. Like I'm not. What I'm trying to tell you is, I ain't got this stuff in front of me. Yeah, but what I'm trying to tell you is, people with that same argument that you have been disproven. I don't know if you watch BFTV, but he had a whole live when he showed us in real time on his live that Devin was always free to fight Tank every time he tried to fight Tank. It's like y'all Tank fans, y'all come up with these wrenches that y'all want to throw into the facts, and y'all just run with it, even though they've been proven false, and y'all just keep going with it. Y'all don't have no proof of what y'all think.
But you know what, King? I don't think it's just Devin, because he didn't want to fight Lomachenko. It's Floyd, I believe. I think Tank could fight. I think Tank could fight these dudes. It's just that he's being guided and groomed, you know what I'm saying, for us, you know, to move a certain way, kind of like Canelo. You see what I'm saying? And
he fights
no, I was just gonna say, he's a cash cow now because of the way Floyd them have moved him. Canelo is a cash cow because he moved like Floyd Mayweather. That's what these fighters want. They want to be able to pick and choose, you know what I'm saying, and make millions of dollars without taking the biggest risk. But I don't think Tank is afraid. I just think that I think he had to get used to people looking at him like he's afraid, and he's being moved the way he's being moved because of Floyd and Ellaby. That's what I really think. I don't think he's afraid of them guys. I just think he don't have any control over moving the way he want to move, and that's sad. And it's really sad for this era of boxing. I think Tank would be that nigga that like really give us some top exciting fights, man. But I don't think Floyd's gonna. Floyd is a control freak, man. He's an egomaniac, and if you don't do what he say, he gonna try to screw you over. And I think Tank understands that, you know.
Yeah. If Tank fight Frank Martineau, you know, that's something to be respected, bro. Because like I said, I'm the first one gonna tell you I don't think he's gonna do it. So I'm gonna be the first one. I'm gonna be the first one to tell you when he do it. Be the first one to tell you that's some shit I respect, because I don't think he will.
Hey, what you gonna do if he do then? You know what I'm saying? And,
I'm just gonna be like, shit, that nigga proved me wrong. Tank Davis ain't scared of nobody. He'll fight anybody, because you don't fight Frank Martin if you're scared of anybody. He's just not somebody you step in the ring with if you have apprehensions about possibly losing, because Frank Martin can beat anybody.
So how you see that fight playing out real quick?
I got Frank Martin, bro. Like, I really do. I don't think he's gonna knock Tank out at all. He really shouldn't even try to get into no competition like that. Who gonna see who hit harder? I think he'll outbox Tank though, bro. I really do believe I think Tank output ain't the same. I think something about Tank nobody paying attention to. We all know that Tank Davis is good at setting up shots, so his output don't have to be as high as everybody else, because he got the natural ability to find good shots that can hurt people. He got the power to hurt you, so he don't have to punch as much as you do. But it's a theory of mine now. It's not been proven until he proved me wrong. But I do have a theory that Tank Davis is slowing down. He's getting closer to 30. I don't think his gas tank is what it once was either. You know what I'm saying? And right now I'm waiting on him to show me that I'm wrong about that, because that's just my theory. So I don't even think he got the same type of energy or output. That's another reason why he's slowing down in the first place. So I see Frank outworking him, but you know, he can possibly get caught. That's how Frank can lose. But I also do think if it's too close on the cards, I think they'll just give it to Tank Davis.
Well, Jermaine Wood say he said best fight the best ain't the best reliable source. So he's a fanboy with a relationship with the Haney's to push their narratives. So
and that man, and Pooh, I don't know if you watch him or not, but that man ain't never said nothing that he didn't sit there and prove to you.
But
BF ain't never said nothing that he ain't showed you yourself that you can prove him wrong if you can, but you can't argue with the facts he showed you. So, but again, like I said, but it's weird industry, bro.
Didn't Devin buy you a truck?
By who a truck?
Didn't he buy you a diesel? Didn't he buy you a semi?
Shit. Hey, if Devin never bought me a truck, I'll be going way harder than this. I'll be going way harder than this. Yeah. Y'all,
Hey,
I'll be going to do. Go
I
ahead.
think Frank Martin is a good fighter. I think he got good, decent skills. But just to give my 2 cents, I don't think Frank Martin has the experience to really beat any of the top fighters. I think he can be competitive, but I don't think he has the experience to beat them. I don't think Frank Martin has the experience to outbox Tank for 12 rounds.
Yeah, this is the fluidity of his offense. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes he don't know if he want to punch inside. He don't know if he want to be outside. If he get more fluid with it and get more comfortable, you know what I'm saying, in his transition from offense to defense, I think he'll hurt Tank. You know what I'm saying?
But that's come with experience, and he ain't got that yet.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. But I think Frank could give him some trouble, but he's going to have to keep Tank from calculating. I think if he keep Tank, you know what I'm saying, use his speed, he's going to have to use his athletic ability to beat Tank more than his boxing skills, because once Tank start calculating and catching your time and then breaking you down, but if Tank can keep him off balance and stuff, use his athletic ability just to, get in shots and pot shot him, that'll be an interesting fight. That'll be an interesting fight instead of just straight up using, all the skills, because Tank can like really break you down and time you and stuff. It just depends on, can Frank take what Tank dishes out, because Tank really tests you, man. When he start papping you to the body and he start really hurting you, all you thinking about is that power. Getting away from that power. And I think Frank is mentally tough, but how long? For how long? You know what I'm saying? And can he hurt Tank before Tank hurt him? To get, you know what I'm saying? And like really have Tank thinking about defense and stuff like that without trying to plot something, laying a trap for him and stuff. But I think in the end, Tank got the experience to really knock out Frank. You know what I'm saying? But I think Frank gonna be his most dangerous fight though.
Yeah, I think he's gonna struggle for it. Now, let me give y'all my prediction right quick.
Well, I want to ask you real quick. What makes you think Tank's slowing down though? Like
that's just kind of just for me watching him fight, right?
You must be talking about inside.
Yeah. That's just from my observation, watching him from fight to fight, from his early 20s to mid 20s to now getting closer to 30. Because you can always say, well, Tank realized that these dudes not on his level. He can just sit back and wait for that one shot. But there's always also that possibility that he getting closer, because everybody 30 years old ain't the same. Your 30 not gonna be my 30. My 30, I might still move and act like I'm 25. Your 30 might be a real 30. Or your 30 might be a 35. And we don't know that until you see it.
If you notice, Tank using lesser shots, he always been kind of economical. You know what I'm saying? But if you notice, he's doing more placements and stuff, just like he got rid of Garcia. He looked like he's just turning into, he's in his prime. He's turning into a real pro.
I think that's a testament to his skill.
No, I'm not. Yeah. I'm not doubting that. What I'm trying to tell y'all is that. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is a boxing fan, and what I seen when somebody getting close to the 30, you always got to see both sides of it. Or what I want to say is you always got to see the possibility of both sides. Because it's always possible that this nigga just getting more experience and more comfortable with his own style, and now he know that, hey, I don't have to work as hard to get the job done. He can actually be closer to 30 and he actually slowing down. Some people get close to 30 and they actually slow down.
But this is what I'm trying to get you to see, just the obvious shit. Like, Tank don't go in there to win rounds, do he? I mean, just hear me out. He don't go in to win rounds. He go in there to analyze you. So if you ever notice, he don't throw a lot of shots. He be putting up that data, and he find the shots that he need to find. You know what I'm saying? But when he do need to quicken up, and he do need to get you up out of there, he'll do you like he did Mario Barrios. Remember that fight?
Yeah, but
remember that fight?
Listen, brother. What I'm trying to tell y'all is, brother, I'm not denying that there could be a possibility. What I am telling y'all is the possibility he could be slowing down too. We won't know that until one day Tank decide to turn it up and show y'all I can still go like I did in my early 20s. Until he do that, it's always a possibility that he actually is slowing down. You don't know until he show you otherwise.
That's
You know,
true. That's
I
true.
was just talking to somebody about that. After I watched that sparring footage, and I was like, damn, why Tank don't fight as aggressively as he used to? And my
Because he
husband
was
was like,
young.
Mayweather probably told that nigga, you know, you a showman. Like, you got to entertain. You got to make this fight last a little while. You can't just go in here beating the brakes off niggas real quick and they didn't came to see you fight, paid all these money for these tickets. So I think a lot of it is for him to show his showmanship and his, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Well,
that
look,
can be
look at
possible.
EJ. Look how EJ started. You know what I'm saying? He was going in there trying to break motherfuckers down like real quick and hard. So as you get older, you just become a better pro. You don't need all that extra shit because you know what you can do in the ring, especially if you not fighting somebody your caliber. And you know, Tank don't he haven't fought like a lot of guys he had to like really worry about. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
And
and
But
you know,
besides Devin Haney, and I guess you could say Shakur, who else is there that Tank can get in the ring with that'll make everybody feel like, oh, okay, this is competitive.
no, nobody really. That's why I say that's why I'm not mad at the Frank Martin fight. I always said if it's not Devin, it needs to be Shakur. If it's not Shakur, it needs to be Frank. So I'm not mad that he said Frank. I'm actually pleasantly surprised that he said Frank. Now I'm not. Now I just need to see it because a part of me still don't feel like he gonna do it, but now I need to see it. But Frank Martin not a bad fight at all. But I do see one thing that's
oh,
gonna happen is
I'm
Tank
rooting.
Davis.
I'm rooting.
Tank
for him.
Tank
I'm,
Tank Tank
mm,
Tank not gonna. How I want to say this. Tank not gonna. He gonna have to fight a whole different fight to beat Frank. I see him going after Frank because if he try to stay at mid range, not 2 cents. I ain't saying that Frank Martin is how I want to say all around better than Tank. But I do believe by him being a little taller than Tank, with longer arms, with decent skills, Tank not gonna be able to box with Frank Martin at mid range. I think Frank Martin will win that battle. I think Tank gonna have to press Frank Martin. He's not going to be able to just sit there and outpoint Frank Martin. Not because Frank Martin is a way superior boxer. It's just the fact that their dimensions are similar, but Frank is still taller with longer arms. I think Tank don't touch. I mean, Frank will touch Tank more from mid range than Tank will touch him. So for Tank to make sure that he get the knockout or be up on points, he's gonna have to press Frank Martin and make him uncomfortable. And I also, when
mm.
I see that happening, I see Frank Martin because I told Paul Counter this. I think Frank Martin got the best pull counter in boxing right now, and I do see Tank getting hit with it. If he chasing Frank down the whole fight, I do see him getting hit with some pull counters, and he possibly might get hurt.
Oh, they definitely good. It's gonna be some
What do
banging. You know what I'm
y'all
saying?
rate Frank Martin's power?
It's
I
good.
think he
I ain't
got
gonna lie. It ain't
well.
Tank. It
I
ain't
think he got
Tank level.
above. I think he got
Yeah,
above average power.
right.
I
It
think.
ain't Tank power, but it's and I don't, it might not be De Los Santos power either because I think they probably the two hardest hitting in that division. But he got it though.
Oh yeah, he definitely got knockout power. He just need to get more accurate. And he's pretty accurate too. He just need to be able to put his combinations together. And once he can get consistent, if he can consistently put those combinations together, your ass about it there when it comes to Frank Martin. It's just that his confidence, he's more of a counterpuncher. I think that's his problem. Naturally, he's a counterpuncher, and I think that programming kind of fuck him up, his timing up when he needs to go in and bang to the body. Because once he gets it going, he got you. You know what I'm saying?
And
You
that's
good.
what makes sense what King Judah said. That's probably why Tank is gonna go after him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
You
I'm
know,
not gonna
but
lie, like from mid range, like Frank Martin shot selection, his hands quick, right? Frank Martin got some quick hands, and like I said, any counter opportunities that's there, Frank Martin gonna find them. That's why I say Tank Davis to beat him is gonna have to pressure Frank Martin. You see how usually he wait for you to come to him. Like he not gonna be able to do that against Frank Martin because first of all, Frank Martin probably not gonna commit to coming to him as open as the guys in the past did, and leave himself open for as many counter shots. And on top of that, Frank Martin is good enough that if Tank give them early rounds up, he would be in a situation where he actually need to knock Frank Martin out to win.
I think he'll fight him like he fought that Dominican guy. I think Martin will fight him on the outside and use his speed and try to stay away and spin away from Tank's power. And he's going to try to do that until he can, get used to Tank type, heavy hands. But the thing is, Tank is so crafty. You know, he don't throw a whole lot of punches, so you can read him. And usually he's a counter. So you got two counter punches in there. You got two. That's going to be interesting to see who can get the other one out of position. You know, what I'm saying? So it might be a boring ass fight because
like
Frank.
Yeah, like 2 Cents was saying though about that. The way I see Frank losing though, it is experience, bro. But right now in my head, just playing it out, if Tank catch Frank with something hard, bro, you know what I'm saying? Something he never felt. Because when you fight Tank Davis, you're gonna get hit with something you never felt before because you never fought Tank Davis. If he get hit with one of them and he realized them lights, how many people watching, what this means for him, his biggest opportunity. If that shit too much for him to bear, he gonna be in trouble, bro. Because Tank Davis used to this shit. He used to the big lights. He used to the big moment. And if he get caught with some shit like that and he doubt himself for a second, it can get bad because first of all, his style is not like a Devin Haney or Shakur where he naturally keep himself out of danger. Frank will put himself in danger. You see what I'm saying? So that's the bad thing about Frank Martin. He'll put himself in danger. And if he get caught with some shit
like that, because they'll be telling him, go get him. Go get him.
Yeah, they're going to fuck around and get him flatlined.
Go get him. Go get him and shit. Like, that nigga hit harder than a motherfucker. Shit. Go get him right now.
It's gonna be entertaining no matter what we see. That's why I'm. You know, when that fight do happen, but that shit gonna be entertaining no matter what. Because again, that's gonna be the first time we actually gonna see Tank Davis. Because I know y'all talk about he fought Pedraza, he fought Leo Santa Cruz. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think them niggas ain't shit. That's me personally.
That fight was so bad. That fight.
That's me personally. What I mean by that is, bro, these dudes, all these accolades, Pedraza. I think Frank Martin beat the fuck out both of them. I think Frank Martin beat Pedraza and Leo Santa Cruz.
But I mean, he just fought Davis. I think Pedraza old as shit.
Yeah, I'm talking about even in their prime. Like even if you take the prime Pedraza, prime Leo Santa Cruz, I would put my money on Frank Martin beating them. This Frank Martin right here would beat them.
Oh yeah,
in their prime.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I believe that too.
So yeah, we're gonna see something Frank we never seen. You know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
he got fast footwork too. Not only is his hands quick, his feet quick. So he got good. Like 2 Cents say, it's the experience. It's the small, tiny things, you know what I'm saying, that keep you out of danger, you know what I'm saying? That transition, you know what I'm saying, and being unsure of your inside game. You know, he got because he'll sit there sometimes and get popped. You know what I'm saying? That's just enough to get knocked out. So, I saw how that European guy was touching him. I was like, damn, why is he not knocking this guy out? Every time he go on offense, he about to get that guy up out of here. And I'm just like, why is he not continuing to? And I think he was kind of winded too. I think he kind of stopped because he was kind of winded. But every time he turned up, Frank.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Frank, that dude, that European dude. Yeah,
you talking about that last dude?
Yeah, I was like, every time he turned. Mm-hmm.
No, I was just about to say, Paul, I ain't gonna lie. This something I wanted. I don't think we ever talked about that because I know Frank had got a lot of flack for that fight, right? But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I rewatched that fight in its entirety. I watched the whole fight. But that dude was better than we giving him credit for. The dude Frank Martin was fighting is better than he get credit for.
He was an Olympian or something like that. He was good. But my thing was, once he had him, he didn't finish him off because every time Frank Martin put a combination on that dude, he was about up out of there. Every time. And he just couldn't finish him. I was just like, why you keep letting him in? So it was something about his conditioning in that fight that was going on. Because he could have got that dude out of there early. I mean, every time he put 3 punches together, dude was drunk.
Right, but I think what Frank was struggling with, that dude was a little taller than him, and that dude fought tall. He fought tall too, because what I mean by that is that dude was using his jab, so it wasn't easy for Frank to close that distance without getting hit. That's what I kept saying. So, like you said, though,
but every time he turned up, every time he got 3 punches on him, that dude was done. You know what I'm saying? Every time Frank got in there and boop boop boop, dude, he couldn't finish him. Like, damn. It's like, you got him on the ropes, bro. You up out of here. Frank.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that motherfucking Frank happy about that possible payday. You ain't see that live he had did when he was talking about the haters? Man, that nigga Frank Martin was smiling like a Cheshire cat, bro. You know Frank Martin usually laid back. He don't show no emotion. Man, that nigga was happy like a proud father, bro. You know when you see your son do something good, that nigga was smiling like a proud father up there, bro. Think about that payday.
Yeah, you're right, Jermaine. He says, yeah, he might need to lose some of that muscle, man, because that nigga is rip. You know what I'm saying? That nigga ain't got no fat on him and stuff. So that could be
Yeah,
the
that ain't
thing.
gonna help him in the fight. That boy gonna be winded. That's why you say he be getting winded. He got too much muscle.
Yeah, that motherfucker like a damn football player and shit in boxing. You know, nigga muscled out. You know, he done maxed out with the muscle. Says build muscle like that, losing weight won't
That'll be a good fight. That'll be a good fight. And I don't know. I wonder what the odds would be.
You want to what now?
I wonder what the odds would be.
I don't know, but I know that's going to be a big fight. You know, for the hardcore fans, because I don't think a lot of people know who Frank Martin is.
I just think it's gonna be good to see, bro. Because like I said, if nothing else, bro, this will be the first time we see Tank in the ring. What I mean is, whatever performance he had, even if he stopped Frank and catch him, we gonna then know, like we gonna know for sure what Tank is in the ring with somebody who actually have good footwork. We never seen that before. We never seen somebody in the ring with Tank and say, "Hey, I know you can knock me out, and I'm gonna do everything I can, and I have the ability to not get knocked out." We never seen Tank in the ring with somebody who didn't have the ability to not get knocked out. All these niggas is made to get knocked out.
But King, this is what pissing me off in 2 cents. This is what pissing me off. Nobody ain't talking about Canelo fighting Hamid Magia. Nobody ain't talking. This nigga is fit to fight this dude. And he just told us for half a goddamn decade that he don't fight fucking Mexicans.
I thought it was Charlo. I'm behind. Fuck. I thought it was Charlo. The last time I heard he was talking about fighting Charlo.
Nah, because they did all that deflecting, talking about the PBC and how they going out of business and they ain't got no money. That people just focusing on the fact that he back with the PBC. Don't nobody want to see you say no damn Jaime Munguia. Canelo? Like,
yeah, they got
I don't even fuck with Canelo.
Oh, yeah,
like
thank
that.
you, Mr. Mileage. I did. I appreciate that cash app, bro. Yeah, I did receive it. Let's concentrate on talking. Yeah, but did y'all see that? Yeah, thank you, Mr. Miles.
Yeah, 2 cents. You right about that too, because they got people, they letting him slide. This is what I hate about these new boxing fans, the modern boxing fans. They so in love with networks, like you said, 2 cents. They happy he back with the PBC, so all is forgiven. But these new boxing fans is weird, bro. They support networks like we support fighters.
Yeah, that be their ass out there putting that propaganda out there, just like that other nigga. I ain't gonna even say his channel and stuff. You know, they
only do it to the PBC.
Right, they be paying these dudes to hate on the PBC. Yeah. So you know, I mean, anytime you see some lame ass dude on here and he got good equipment and the nigga all hooked up and that's all he talk is boxing 5 days, 7 days, 6 days a week, them niggas be getting paid. You know what I'm saying? They hate on the PBC and all he talk about is against PBC fighters, but they big up the zone. Eddie Hearn got a lot of motherfuckers on here, so you know it's just like that.
Yeah,
man.
a lot of
top.
I see. Now, out of all the ones pulled, because I'm not a big network person, but I do notice that Top Rank is the one with the most bullshit with them. You know what I'm saying? As far as setting up fights, keeping certain fighters of certain races out of the limelight. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. People, I think the zone is naturally winning people over. Like Eddie Hearn and the zone, I think they winning people over because they see what Eddie Hearn want to make the best fights, and he'll break the bank to make them happen. And I think people starting to see that.
I think he's learning, you know, from his mistakes, and you know, not come on so strong, and you know, he's playing the background a little bit better, not trying to be so controversial, and just doing his damn job, you know, and that's helping him. I think he's learned a lot from some of the failure over the years, you know, not running his mouth so much, you know. The motherfucker, hey, I mean, look at how much money he lost for them, and he's still running the cup. He's still able to be the man that pulled the trigger on the fights. There's something going on. It's a lot going on with that. You know, people don't usually allow you to lose that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? And you still, you know, be the man for them, you know. So it's a lot more to that. Oh, yeah.
You know what?
I appreciate it, Mr. Miles. It says Canelo, yeah. So he says Canelo at the end of the career and wants to end on a good note with a whole big bag. My motherfucker been making a he's been on a good note for years and years and years. You know what I'm saying? So shit, that motherfucker been making $35 million fight shit. So but for them to hold David Benavidez to a standard, right? Um, that's my thing. They want him to fight the killers, and I think Canelo he went easy too soon. I mean, he went easy too soon. His name haven't really fought the real killers like that. You know what I'm saying? The ones like Cotto, they were at the end of their career. The guys he fought, Sugar
I
Shane
think I think it
Mosley.
don't be would be the big of an issue with Canelo doing if he didn't have a belt. It's other
Right.
people in the division that deserve a shot, and you pulling people that's not even in the division to fight them. Like that's just
Hmm.
unfair.
Yeah.
And the sanctioning body shouldn't have allowed that. And then you get people they get mad when people like, well, the belts don't matter. Well, hell, they don't matter to y'all. How you supposed to matter to us?
No evidence. You need to be saying that to King Judah. tell me some. Tell me some. Devin got Falumalo. Yeah, stop, boy. Y'all crazy.
People run with the craziest shit.
Hey,
And
y'all think
Floyd
I ain't
Mayweather,
no y'all what y'all think about this AJ Ngannou fight? Ain't nobody talking about that.
You said what now? Hey,
Ain't
oh
nobody talking
shit,
about that AJ Ngannou fight.
man! I don't want to see that shit because he's gonna get Falumalo. He's gonna be looking crazy out there.
let me tell you, you know why nobody talking about Canelo? Why nobody talking about Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu? Why nobody talking about Ngannou? Why nobody talking about the fight coming up with Usyk and Tyson Fury? I'm gonna tell y'all what it is, and this just prove the fact about how Tank team moving. That's because the only thing people concerned about is seeing Tank Davis and Devin Haney. That's all people want to talk about. But at the same time, Tank team will tell you that Devin Haney ain't big enough to fight Tank. They'll tell you that fight is not big enough to make happen when that's all the boxing world talking about. That's all the boxing world care about. But nobody gonna point out that double standard and that cognitive dissonance when you hearing Kenny Ellis and Calvin Ford and Leonard Ellerby telling you, "Oh, Devin not big enough. Oh yeah, that fight not big enough. We're not worried about Devin." But that's the only thing the boxing world talking about.
What that got to do with Canelo situation?
I'm just saying they over Devin Haney and Tank Davis overshadow everybody in boxing right now.
Hmm. Yeah, but the thing is, it's possible for that fight to happen. I just don't understand why everybody got so much animus about the two fighters. You know what I'm saying? Because right now they're not in the same weight class, and you know what I'm saying they obviously they got different fights. So I don't understand the tension yet. You know, um, they got to get by who they got to get by. Let's see him fight Ryan, and let's see him beat up Ryan. Let's see Tank beat up Frank if he can, and because you already know if Frank Martin whipped Tank ass, guess what? They're gonna have to run that back. You already
Oh,
know
for
that,
sure.
right?
Yeah,
But you,
I
but
think Devin's
y'all
gonna pull
don't
out.
think if Frank was such a how did I say this without discrediting Frank? Y'all don't think if Frank was such a quote unquote tough challenge that Tank wouldn't fight him? He would take a tune up first.
Well, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't.
That's what's gonna make me this. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. If he actually fight Frank Martin, I got to give him nothing but respect because Frank Martin ain't nobody tune up. So I'm gonna have to be like, man, tank that nigga. Like he came back off
I
a
don't.
layoff
No,
and he didn't
I
take a
don't think.
tune.
I think Tank on another level with his fight game right now. He's in his prime. I think he's rolling on that prime confidence. You know what I'm saying? And I just think he's firing on a different level right now. So I think he'll take that fight. I think he'll do well in that fight. 'Cause it's one of them fights like where you got so much experience, no matter what adversity that come across you, you just got the tenacity to get up out of there, get up out. Because he thinks his way through fights, and I think that's Tank advantage because he's so little and he's so short, and I think he think his way through fights, and that's going to be the advantage. I think Frank does the same thing, but I think he just haven't fought anybody skilled. High as high a boxing IQ as Tank. That's why it's going to be really good to see what adjustments Frank can make against Tank. And when I do see Frank make adjustments, they're kind of slow. So that's why I said experience is going to be a problem for him because Tank can he's faster at making adjustments than Tank. So that's what's going to be interesting to see. And maybe he's improved in these few months of training and stuff. Frank, maybe he's improved some, but that's why it's going to be interesting. I just think Tank has got more right now. He's just more skilled than a lot of guys.
And you know what else I heard too? Paul, somebody said that I can't verify it, of course, but it's plausible. They said that they believe the reason why Frank Martin ain't take that deal from Shakur is because he already knew he possibly had a Tank fight coming.
I think didn't they say the Crawford Spence fight did what? Oh man, what 700,000 was it? I think it was 700,000. Yeah. I think it was 700,000, Jermaine. It says. Oh, I'm sorry. What you were saying, King? I just answered this question. What you were saying, bro?
No, I'm saying a lot of people saying that. Well, not a lot of people. I heard a few people saying they were saying that they think that Frank ain't take that deal from Shakur because he already knew he possibly had a Tank Davis fight coming up. And they all with the PBC, so it's not hard to believe that he already knew what was coming down the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It says we thought Spence versus Crawford was big too, and how did that fight do? It says they know two black fighters are not going to bring 1 million pay-per-views. Limit said it's in not too many words. Yeah. He did say that. He said because Devon want more money. Devon want more money in his guarantee than his actual fans will pay for the fight. And no evidence say he says only adjustment Frank gonna make is from laying on his back to laying on his stomach. What's wrong with y'all? This is Devin has worked for every. I just think he's on another level, man. I think Tank the experience, so that he got. I think he's on another level right now. I think you got to cut on your camera. Oh, there you go. This came in. What's going on, Mr. Miles? What's happening?
Oh, nothing much. How you guys doing? Hey,
Oh,
chat.
pretty good. Just talking a little boxing. You know what it is.
Yeah, I'm happy to see you back home, man. I've been waiting on you.
Oh yeah, just kind of going. I'm going through some training stuff, and trying to get everything straight, with my business and everything. So
Yeah. Well, you see, I don't know if you've been noticing, but I've been in the chat, saying a lot about what's going on. There's some things though out here that people are missing, and I think it just needs to be pointed out. And not to really get off the whole subject, but just rewind a little bit. With the video being put out, people are missing the fact that Devin and Bill Haney asked for the video to be put out. And they asked for it from a person that they believe is hating on them. So what do they expect the video to be? It's going to be highlights of Devin looking bad. And not only that, but when you look at the whole fact of the video, it was to show that they have been lying about the situation. The press conference, when or not the press conference, when Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia met up, Devin was like, no, I whipped Tank's ass. I beat the shit out of Tank. I beat the shit out of Tank. So they put the video out, and Devin even said, I paid $20,000 for somebody to put the video out, and so it's just proven that they've been clout chasing Tank for a while now. And nobody wants to look at that, and because Devin Haney fans don't want to admit that he is clout chasing, but in this situation, a clout chaser can only chase somebody to talk that's got more confidence. So we know Tank is a clout chasing Haney. So that's just my point on that. And I know everybody got their opinions, and there's a lot that we can and cannot prove with that video, but that's the premise of it. Is basically that these cats have been chasing Tank like that, and now he finally has somebody that puts something out that does help his argument. So with that. But then the other thing is that they talk about his age. Well, Bill Haney also said that Devin retired Floyd Mayweather at that time. So it doesn't
No, it
matter
wasn't
how
at that
old
time.
he is.
It wasn't at that time. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't
Well,
mean
he
to, but
said
a
it
lot of
was
stuff
right
he said.
before. He said it was right
No, he
before.
didn't. He said it was right before Conor
He said
McGregor,
it was
bro.
right before Conor McGregor. Now, how long ago was that?
Devin wasn't 16 before when Floyd Mayweather
How
fought
long ago
Conor
was Conor
McGregor.
McGregor? How long ago was it? So when you think about it, was right around the same time. And Tank is only 4 years older than Devin. If Devin was 16, Tank was 20. Tank had only had about 11 fights at that time.
And
Devin was
Devin wasn't
getting
even a
ready
pro
to
yet.
turn pro.
And Devin wasn't even a pro yet.
Devin was getting ready to turn pro. And so when it come down to it, Devin was in fight shape at that time. He was actually training for a fight. And he had just helped Sean Porter. He had just got in the ring and sparred with Sean Porter.
Bro, you still not making a point, because a lot of stuff you said, I still ain't been able to refute yet, because you still making up stuff that don't matter.
The point is that his age didn't matter. And everybody want to say he was only 16, but at the time he was sparring with professional fighters. And so when he got in the ring,
you still missing the fact that are you missing the fact that Tank Davis got beat up for 28 minutes? That's what you're missing.
Look, what I'm pointing
That's
out.
what you definitely missing that, because what you're saying is they said put the tape out. No, what Bill Haney said put the tape out. Devin Haney said I'll pay $20,000 for the whole tape. And you know what Ellie Setback said? Yes he did. When Ellie Setback said, when they asked Ellie Setback, why don't you put the whole tape out? Ellie Setback said, I'm not putting the whole tape out because I'm loyal to Tank Davis. He said, I'm loyal to Tank Davis. That's why I'm not putting the whole tape out. So that tells you right then that Ellie Setback have the whole tape.
Talking about what Ellie Setback
Ellie Setback is the one that put the tape out. Who do you think edited the tape? Who do you think edited the tape and put it out? Ellie Setback have always said he's the one with the tape.
I don't know all that.
No, Ellie said, no, it's been verified. It's been verified that Ellie had the tape, because they asked Ellie to put the tape out. Devin Haney asked Ellie by name to put the tape out. The fans asked Ellie on his live, why won't you put the sparring tape out of Tank Davis and Devin fighting? He said, because I'm loyal to Tank. He said, I'm loyal to Tank.
Ellie put the tape out?
But stop asking me stuff I already answered. I'm trying to be respectful. I already answered, but don't ask me that again.
I couldn't hear you. Did Ellie put the tape out? Because
that's
I remember it being dropped on Ryan's YouTube.
How you think he got it? He got it from Floyd. Floyd edited that tape. See, that's how I know you don't keep up with boxing.
No, see, that's what I'm saying.
Floyd. Who showed him the tape?
All right, let's take our thoughts out. Let's just talk facts.
He just gave you the facts.
We don't know who edited it. We don't know none of that. That's all speculation. So
we know who showed it to him. It came from Floyd Jim.
What I do know is that Tank, when he was asked about the sparring, Tank admitted it. He said, we went back and forth. After I did our practice, and after I practiced, we started up again, and we did so I got tired. And that was it. He said, Dad got the best of me when I got tired. So that was it. We're not talking about, we can't win at sparring anyway. It's not about you doing sparring practice. That's like in scrimmaging. When you scrimmage your team, you do it to get better. You make your mistakes in practice so you don't make them in the field game. Okay, so we know that. The tape wasn't put out for that. It was put out to prove that Devin Haney was lying when he said he did shit out of tape. Because
How was he lying about beating the shit out of Tank when 28 minutes is missing? When you have Floyd Mayweather agreeing that Devin Haney got the best of the sparring session, Tank Davis admitted that Devin Haney got the best of the sparring session. You got Ellie Setback admitting that Devin got the best of the sparring session. Floyd Mayweather Senior said it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You just said they lied about Devin Haney beating the shit out of Tank Davis. No, yes, because he won the sparring session. Because he got the best of the sparring session.
He said
he got the best of the sparring session.
Because it was a bet. That's the only reason they're talking like that, because it was a bet.
They told you that Devin Haney got the most of the sparring session. You saw 1:40 of Tank Davis having success of a 30-minute sparring session, and your genius ass brain told you that Devin Haney didn't get the best of the sparring session.
I don't know how long they sparred.
Because you're not keeping up with it. It's already been verified that it was 30 minutes. Yes, they did.
Nobody knows
yes,
that.
Yes, they did.
You don't know how long they sparred.
Watch Nate Jones. Watch Nate Jones' channel. Do you know who Nate Jones is? Do you know who Nate Jones is? Because Nate Jones told you in 30 minutes.
I know what the doghouse rules is. I know Floyd personally, but I'm saying you can't.
Yes. When you know they wasn't sparring for 1:40. You know they wasn't sparring for 1:40 seconds.
At the same time, we don't know if they sparred for 1:10. We don't know.
Yeah, we do know because multiple people said it was a long session. So you think Tank Davis gassed out in a 1:40? A professional fighter gassed out in 1:40 of fighting. Bro, stop. What you trying to do? You trying to act like you being logical, but you being very emotional and you leaving logic all the way out of it to make a point.
Okay. Your boy's good.
No, I'm just saying, bro. Like, what kind of how you gonna sit there and say we don't know how long the sparring session lasted? But you could all you saw was 1:40, and they told you Tank Davis gassed out and quit. Now, if you believe he quit because he was tired and he didn't quit because he was getting beat up, and I give y'all that. Just say your man was tired, but you can't tell me he was tired and they only sparred for 1:40. Stop playing with my intelligence.
Well, my thing is, this is my thing. Devin was a teenager. Frank was a grown-ass man, so there's a difference right there. You know, he's supposed to go out there and whip that man ass. You know what I'm saying? So, when you got your little bit of man strength over that little boy strength, you know what I'm saying? There's a difference, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I think Devin did well to get in there, and do what he did. Shit,
Well, according to Floyd and Ellie Setback, because Devin Haney on his Twitter, he said this immediately after the sparring session. Y'all said I got beat up. They both agreed that Devin Haney looked like a man and he dominated the sparring session. That's what we said about Floyd Mayweather and Ellie Setback. So all that other stuff that y'all talking about, y'all sit up there and try to sit there and criticize me. Y'all the ones trying to change history. Because Floyd Mayweather told you that Devin Haney won. Everybody that was there said Devin Haney dominated the sparring session. Y'all saw a minute when everybody agreed that Devin Haney got hurt. Tank jumped on him. Nobody never said that didn't happen because you tried to say that Bill Haney lied. No, Bill Haney told y'all Adrian Broner didn't save him. That's what he said. They never denied that Devin Haney got cracked and it was a moment where Tank Davis jumped on his ass. Nobody never denied that. Now the only person that did get caught in the lie in the whole film being dropped, the only person that got caught in the lie and all this that went down was Floyd Mayweather Sr. Because Floyd Mayweather Sr. told you that Tank Davis never had a moment of success. He the only person that ever spoke on it that said Tank Davis never had a moment of success. He the one that got caught in the lie. The only one.
Well, let me ask y'all this. So y'all think that fight really gonna happen?
You talking about Tank and Devin?
Well, I don't think that fight gonna happen, but
yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I'm talking about Frank Martin. I'm talking about all the matchups that we have,
Tank gotta show me, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said, y'all know how I feel. I said I don't think Tank gonna do it, but he gotta show me, bro. I don't think that one gonna happen. I think Ryan gonna pull out on Devin. Shit, I think Devin gonna end up fighting Barbosa because that's why Barbosa was at that press conference, right?
The reason don't need to fight nobody. He need to go sit down somewhere.
Yeah. Barbosa was a special guest because that's gonna be Ryan Garcia replacement if he pull out.
That old man got that bam bam punch, man. He got that bam bam power and shit. I mean, that dude got.
No, I ain't talking about Barroso, Pooh. I'm talking about Barbosa.
Oh, Junior, Barbosa Junior.
Yeah, he gonna be the replacement if Ryan pull out.
Oh, okay, shit, that'd be a good fight too. Shit, Barbosa Junior can fight. You know what I'm saying? So you think Tank gonna fight Frank, 2 cents.
Yeah, I think that fight already done. That's why he was on that live cheesing like that, like King Jules say.
That nigga was happy. Why ain't gonna lie? That nigga was happy.
That fight done.
Well, we're gonna come back tomorrow, y'all, because I got a scat. But we'll be back tomorrow, probably about the same time, and kick it some more. You know what
All
I'm
right,
saying?
cool. All right, 2 cents.
Peace, y'all. You
All
know
right,
what I'm
y'all.
saying?
Peace
Cash
out.
Crypto. See y'all later. Thank y'all for the cash app. Jermaine Wood, No Evidence, Cash Crypto. What's going on? How you say your name? Big Shigad. How do I say that? Alex, man, Jones, man. Thank you for my 300 coming up, showing up. Bowley. I don't know why Bowley ain't come up. I guess he's talking shit in my comments, so he didn't want to come up and face me. You know what I'm saying? But I'll see you tomorrow, though. I'll be back tomorrow. I know you'll come up then. All right, peace out, everybody. And it's good to be back. Good to see you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.